kids. It's time to get some SML podcast all up in that.
Shit, I guess I should probably start recording and start the show, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. Fucking fuck yeah.
What's up, everyone? This is the SML podcast, back after our week and a half off for MagFest. So
yay, break.
Joining as usual, CJ. CJ, how you doing?
I like the break. I miss it.
You liked the break.
I'm joking. I didn't get any fun games while it was. Although I did get a lot of time to play. Forza Horizon 3.
Yeah, it was fun getting the fuck away from you too, buddy. So no Chris this week.
Paladins.
No Chris this week because he is still busy with his band stuff going on. And we were supposed to have an interview, but that kind of fell apart due to sickness. So instead, joining us live on the show instead of a pre-recorded segment, Ryan Underwood. Wood is back. Wood, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. What's going on, guys?
Not much. A lot of news to go over. I thought we would have kind of like a slow week this week, coming back from, the holidays just ended and New Year, and there haven't been that many games coming out, and I was like, oh, we have some interviews to deal with, and it'll just kind of be like an interview episode, and then like everything happened in the past week. Yeah. Including last night, the Switch.
Yeah.
But get excited, man! It's a Switch. Let's go.
It's the fucking Switch. Did you just say you could care less? Did you say you could care less? I didn't hear it. I couldn't. Okay, good. Just making sure. I don't want that couldn't bullshit.
I'm excited. One of us has to be.
Well, I'm sure you and Joe are both very excited. I've never been a Nintendo guy because I'm not that old. So.
Oh, you punk bitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes you feel better. I look at everyone very confused when they say like, "Oh, dude, GoldenEye is like the greatest multiplayer ever," and it's like, I never had a 64. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But yeah, for the people who missed out, Nintendo had their massive press conference last night detailing the Nintendo Switch, the pricing, the release date, a whole bunch of other details on it. So why don't we just dive right into everything here, huh?
Sure, yeah. I'll learn a lot of things I missed last night because I didn't watch it by mistake. Forgot about it.
I saw the restream, so I got most of it, but it was like still early in the morning, so that's what it is.
Yeah. The big news, Nintendo Switch is releasing March 3rd for $299.99.
Oh, wow, that's exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Yep.
The price. That's pretty, I guess, predictable.
Well,
not bad, though.
It puts it right on par, like, with the release. Well, I want to say the 3DSs were about that price when they first released.
Were they $299? I don't think they were that high. I thought they were like $199.
You're probably right. That's right. My bad. But for again, this is par for a console.
Yeah. So it was basically what everyone was expecting. I know some people were thinking it might be as low as $249, but I guess $299 makes sense. They also announced that finally, thank God, it is region free. No region lock. So you are welcome to import shit to your heart's desire. Now,
this works out wonderfully for me because I now live in Germany.
Yeah.
So it was either wait possibly a week more for a US version to come ship through Amazon to get out to me. But now I can just get it at the GameStop, which is like a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
See, now my question is, how are they going to handle the online stuff? Because I know with the Xbox One, you can switch your console's region and buy stuff as long as you have currency from the proper region. Or even with review codes and stuff, if you get a code, it just works. Then again, with the PS4, like, they have American region codes, they have European region codes, they have Japanese region codes. Like, everything, despite the console being region-free, the PS4 is still very heavily region-centric.
It is, absolutely.
And it screws with a lot of stuff.
If it works something like, say, because Apple does the same thing, it doesn't look at, like, it looks at what region you're at, but if you put in your password that's for a specific region, if your account's already for a specific region, it says, oh, okay, you're US. Let me switch you back over to that store.
Yeah.
Maybe Nintendo's going to do this thing, so when you do your initial setup, you decided there. Hopefully they don't overcomplicate things, but we are talking about Nintendo here, so yeah.
Shockingly, they also announced that they're going to have, like, a real online service this time.
Yeah.
And they're making it a paid service. So hopefully they have their shit together enough so that, you know, they can actually justify charging people for Nintendo Online. Because, to be fair, nothing they have ever done with online to this point has me convinced that it's going to be worth it.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Did you hear about the fact that apparently you're going to get a free SNES or NES game every month? That subscription?
The hilarious thing is, from what I'm reading, you get access to the game based on their wording. Now, I'm waiting for a clarification, but it says for a month.
Yeah, I believe I had seen that too, where I was like, it might just be that month that you get access to the game. But still, for an NES game, you might be able to do it in a month.
Like, if it's like PlayStation Plus and Games with Gold, where you get the game and then you get to keep it after that month, cool. If it's seriously where it's like you're going to get one free game that you can play for the month and then it's gone, that is stupid. Like, crazy stupid.
I can't get with that.
Yeah. Hopefully,
I mean, it's still better than just not getting anything, but it's not that much better.
This is all okay. Also, here's the question: what if I already own that Super Nintendo game?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Then you miss out, just like Xbox and PlayStation, except you don't get like anything cool out of it. Like, you don't just get a digital copy of the game if you already had it.
I mean, seriously, if you get to keep it for good after that month, you know, whatever. If it's seriously just a month rental of a random game every month, go fuck yourself. And we have to pay for that. I am worried that they're not going to get their online stuff together. On the bright side, apparently the online will be a free trial until the fall sometime, but still, like, price and benefits, I am not sold at all. I am worried about that.
Well, at least that free trial gives you time to test the online and see how it really works.
Yeah. No Pulse in chat mentioned no achievements, no care. There have been rumors of some form of achievement system on there, but I don't know. Maybe we'll find out more. And then Loot Interactive talking about the size of the screen on the thing. Did they mention, like, an actual inches of the screen, like a size?
They did. Let me double check.
I thought it was like 6.5 inches or something. Lengthwise, not height-wise.
It is 6.2 inch.
6.2.
Wait, no, that's rumors. Wait, where's the newest ones? Dude, oh, come on, man. Here it is. Okay, here it goes. Like 720p screen. 6.2 inch, 720p screen, which is that's actually pretty good. Like, you gotta keep in mind your 3DS is like, I want to say is like 5 inches, something to that effect. So it's actually gonna be pretty decent. Actually, it's gonna be pretty much on a par with the Tegra Shield tablet. Yeah. So I mean,
I'm honestly not too worried about the size of the screen, especially because chances are I will mostly play it on my TV.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they did mention battery life, which it depends on the game. And they said an average, depending on the game, it could last anywhere from 2.5 to 6 hours, which means the battery is going to last about 2 hours.
Yep. However, they put a USB-C connection on there, and it specifically mentioned you can use your battery packs with that charging port, which means you're actually going to get a lot more, depending on the size of battery you're going to carry with you. And having lived in Japan, those guys have so many damn batteries on them all the time.
Yeah.
So that is a thing. Does it suck? You're gonna have to buy like a external battery pack for that? Yes, but at the same point, you're already doing that for your cell phones anyways.
True. So at least you could use the same thing instead of having some proprietary bullshit that you can only use with Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They did mention that the undocked Switch will be touchscreen. Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting. I hopefully it doesn't scratch too easily. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, thankfully they're doing capacitive this time, which means like it's the same stuff as your tablets and your smartphones. Not like the resistance one. I forgot what the particular types of the Wii U tablet was.
Yeah. How they have like the two layers of the screen where like you tap down on the one and it touches the one beneath it, stuff like that.
Yeah. And that's been hot garbage for like years now. So hey, we're getting with this, and also like it goes to show that this is actually a very adult centric system.
Yeah,
which I fucking love.
Although Loot in the chat hates that the controllers, the Joy-Con, look like they are made for little girls.
Those things do look tiny.
Dude, I have tiny hands. So this is perfect for me, man. I even with the neon ones, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm going with neon too.
Yes.
I would go with just straight gray.
That is definitely the one that I want. The GameStop I pre-ordered at only had the gray in their system, so they were like writing names down if you wanted to switch to the neon when like the SKU opens up in their system.
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's I like that with the German one because like they have both SKUs in their system. I don't know why they wouldn't. That's weird. Because even on the German website, they actually have both SKUs.
I don't know. Maybe it's just an American. GameStop has pissed me off so much today, the way it is. Like, in store, you could not get the Master Edition of Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
So they were like, yeah, you can only get that online. So in store, on my phone, trying to order it online, add it to the cart, go to checkout, and it removes it from your cart. You go back to the item. It's in stock. It says add to cart. Repeat. At 2 hours later, I think it finally said not available.
Wow.
So for 2 hours,
shitty.
I was trying to order the goddamn game. And
that is shitty.
So, yeah, I'm pretty fucking pissed. Hopefully Best Buy will get it in stock. Apparently Amazon had it last night for about 15 minutes and it was gone. Nintendo needs to cut this bullshit of making a single run of a limited edition game, scalpers buying all of them, and then selling them on eBay for triple the price. Like, I'm fucking sick of it. I just want to buy a goddamn game from Nintendo without having to worry about scalpers.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. That's a whole lot of that's a lot of bull.
I want my fucking Master Sword statue.
Oh, is that what it comes with, dude? It's so boss.
You didn't see any pictures of bitch? You gotta look it up.
Dude.
Look it up now. Look it up.
Okay. All right, looking it up right now. All right, since I'm already online, like, careful with clackety clack is my keyboard. Sorry.
Clack it up.
All right, here we go. Zelda Breath of the Wild
Masters Edition.
Master Sword. Wait. Why say location? Edition. Damn it. There we go. Yo, that looks so boss.
I told you, I fucking want that thing.
Boss. Oh my god! And it comes with a CD. Yo, and a map,
coin,
and a case, and a.
It does look pretty nice.
I want it so fucking bad.
Yo! Oh gosh, and of course, it doesn't hold a candle to the Japanese version. Are you fucking kidding me?
There's a Japanese version of it?
There's a Japanese version, yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know there was a Japanese version. What's in the Japanese one?
Let's see. It looks like, it's got the map. It's got the amiibo. Okay, I think it's okay. I'm not seeing the coin, but it comes with the amiibo. No, actually, the regular one comes with the amiibo too, right?
No, there's no amiibo in the edition.
Oh no, the Japanese one has an amiibo.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's of Zelda. Oh, interesting.
Now I gotta look this up. I didn't know there was a special Japanese edition.
Yeah, apparently it's from GameSpot.
What the hell? Because I'm just seeing the Masters Edition and the Special Edition, Deluxe Collector's Edition in Japan. Copy of the game, alternate cover, the map, the soundtrack. Yeah, it has the amiibo of Link on horseback. That is different. And
Wait,
postcards.
Didn't he just say Zelda? Did he just call Link Zelda?
Possibly.
No, actually, it is Zelda. No, I did not. No, actually, the amiibo is actually of Zelda. That's in this Zelda game.
Joe said a different
That's
amiibo
not
for
Link.
the one he
Yes.
saw.
Now, I think they have different amiibo. This is saying the Deluxe Collector Edition in Japan has an amiibo of Link on horseback. And then in addition, they do have a new Princess Zelda amiibo as well. I know they have a whole line of amiibo for Breath of the Wild.
That. So,
Luke saying maybe I could get it at Joe's R Us. Motherfucker, I can't get it for Joe's R Us. I'm trying.
It's if I was living in Japan still, I'd be, on that, but I'm not.
Joe, you probably already have it.
You'll just find it somewhere.
Oh, Lou, you were insane. I can't wait till you're back on later this month.
Yeah, it's also like I set the note like I love we're going with the all right. I noticed this, right? So when the PS4 first released, it didn't release in Japan until March because we needed that PS4 and the Xbox One in the to make it for the holiday shopping time, right?
Mm.
Or excuse me, no, it was the PS4 and the Wii U at the time. That's right. But I'm so glad we're going with a March release. This is so freaking awesome. We don't have to deal with the stress of the holidays and trying to get this new system and trying to get all this cool stuff, for our kids, or let's be real, for ourselves.
Yeah. For me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, basically the bottom line is fuck GameStop, I think. That's what we're getting to. Fuck
that's
GameStop.
Fair. That's fair. I had a good experience, but I mean, again,
that's Germany.
GameStop.
It's Germany. Yeah, it's German GameStop. Or yeah.
You get special treatment if you shit on the employees over there. Because it's Germany.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Oh, scheiße.
Yeah.
Welcome to GameStop. Will you poopy? Will you poopy on me? I give you discount. So let's see. Other news about the Switch. It is going to have built-in Wi-Fi and can connect with up to 8 other Switch units locally. So you can have 8-person local co-op or versus or whatever, just local, which that's pretty damn cool.
Oh yeah, it's
especially
cool.
Considering they announced Puyo versus Tetris or Puyo Tetris is going to be on the Switch. Can you imagine 8 friends playing that together? Imagine us at MagFest, everybody with a Switch, clearly sitting next to the wall plugged in because the batteries will be dead.
Yeah.
But just 8 people hanging around playing the game together.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. The right Joy-Con controller, which, by the way, everything is Joy-Con. They have to have their own name for everything. So the right Joy-Con has an NFC reader and writer for the amiibo. The left Joy-Con has a share button for sharing screenshots and stuff like that. Both of the Joy-Con controllers are also motion controllers. So you could have that Wii goodness going on. The Joy-Cons will be available in standard gray or also in neon blue and red, because that's the kind I need. The right one has an IR sensor built in. I know on the stream the example they gave was that it was detecting rock, paper, scissors.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
yes, it was.
Who knows if anything neat will come from that, but They were showing off HD Rumble, which
it'll accurately you can accurately feel 3 ice cubes in a glass
and water, like the difference
and
between
water.
1, 2, 3 rattling around, water being poured in. I mean, they could show a video of this, but I'm curious to get my hands on it and see what it feels like.
Like, all right. In order to blow me away with how good these Rumble systems are, this is what it needs to happen. Like, it needs to. Let me guess. Like, this is the first time anyone was ever blown away by a Rumble sensor was when they played Star Fox 64. If you don't meet that level, then I'm not going to be that excited about it.
Yeah.
And that's a tall order because I was super fucking excited about that. Dude, you can feel the explosions. Whoa.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have the, like, if I'm holding this thing, someone better ask me the question, how many ice cubes in there? And I better have an answer.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yep.
It's going to be so fun. And then they started showing off a bunch of games. The first one they showed off was called 1-2 Switch, which is a bunch of like one-on-one mini games using the 2 Joy-Con controllers, like quick draw and sword fighting. It launches with the system, and a lot of people were expecting it to be like a pack-in, but apparently it's like a standalone $50 game.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Which,
Wow, that's...
fuck that.
Yeah, I was gonna say $50 for a game like that. No, thank you.
Like
that sounds like a
this-
$20 game.
This straight up looks like it should have been a pack-in like Wii Sports or Nintendo Land. But selling it standalone for $50, no thanks. I
That's overdoing it.
am not sold on that one at all.
I would like to see it more.
Oh yeah,
Because-
I'm curious to see more. I just don't think I'm curious to spend $50 fucking on it.
It's honestly, I think a better application of that would be what? I'm trying to think of Zero Giantson Joust, which someone actually made using 2 Move controllers. Yeah, no, I remember being at MagFest where someone was showing basically
JS Joust.
GS Joust, yes.
Yeah, what the hell's the name of the game that's actually Sports Friends, I think, on PS3 and PS4?
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Because that game was just basically, hey, since you did Bluetooth, I had this indie game where you try to make your opponent like move their move controller by whatever means necessary.
Yeah.
Just an indie title on the Switch for like $5 would probably be a better idea than the 1-2 Switch for $60 goddamn dollars. Like, these better be like really, really insanely fun party games.
Yeah.
There must be like 50 of them.
I don't think it's going to be worth the price at all.
Probably.
I'm keeping an open mind. Maybe it is. Now it's. Who am I kidding?
It's not.
Who am I kidding?
No Pulse asking if you could play genital jousting with the Joy-Cons.
Hopefully. Port that shit over.
That would be amazing.
Well, I mean, there are a number of third-party companies out there.
Never know. It could be a lot of dicks.
I don't think Nintendo would allow it.
Hey, you never. Hey, maybe they open up their licensing rights. You never know.
You never know. Something kind of similar to flaccid
jousting?
members flopping around. They showed off the game Arms.
Okay. So a lot of my fighting game friends are actually really kind of excited for this one because it does look like a lot of fun.
Arms looks cool as shit.
It does.
Like this, I think this has the potential to catch on like Splatoon caught on.
No, it definitely does. Oh my gosh, like it because this cements like why you would have that local multiplayer with the Switch. Like this is like it's just stupid fun. You gotta have like one on a TV, one in like somewhere else, and you guys like just box each other with that shit.
Yeah,
dude. It
looks pretty neat.
It looks fun. It looks fun.
It's like a one-on-one fighting sports game with extendable arms to punch motherfuckers. Yeah. I think the comment I made was wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men boxing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It is set to release sometime in the spring. It'll have a single-player, split-screen, local multi-system, or online mode. So you could play it anywhere.
Yo, 1st to 10 money match. Let's go.
And I don't know if it was before or after that they were showing like people playing it at picnics, and when they showed the clip of like people playing the Switch in a nightclub, I lost my mind. I fucking lost it. If I'm ever in a nightclub or at a party and someone's like, "Hey, clear the dance floor, let's play some Quick Draw with my Joy-Con," I'll fucking just jack him in the back of the head.
I totally forgot about that section. Yo, it's a fucking nightclub, dude.
In a nightclub? What the
fucking night? Yeah.
Oh my god, I lost it. I was like, how is that? How can they ever expect that to be real? Oh, goddamn,
I don't think
nightclub.
they don't.
Oh, you want to blow up? Man, fuck that. Arms, money match. Let's fucking go. 1st to 10. Let's hash this out.
In the 80s, people would like they're just like snapping their fingers and pulling out knives in the back alley, and now in 2017, people are gonna be like, nah, we don't have to cut each other. We're gonna play the Switch. We got arms. We're gonna punch each other virtually from a distance. That has to be one of the worst PR photos I have ever seen for a game. Ever.
I'd argue it's the best, really.
It is pretty funny.
It's the best in the worst way, in the worst in the best way.
Yes, absolutely.
We mentioned Splatoon. Splatoon 2 was shown off. I do have to say I'm incredibly surprised that they didn't call it Spla number 2N. Splatoon.
God, that would be awful. That would just be the worst.
You're not the only person to note that.
I expected it. It's set to release.
Worse than Gears of 4.
Gears of 4. Fuck yeah, man. Splatoon 2 is set to release in the summer. It's going to have new guns, dual wielding with like speed boosting, special weapons, battle stages, all that fun stuff. So if you enjoyed Splatoon, it looks like it's more of what you love.
Yay!
Which is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't change it up too much.
Dude, hey, yeah, we upped the resolution and made it more fun. Cool. Yeah.
Surprised they didn't just go with the Splatoon remaster or whatever.
No pulse in the chat. Drive by Joy-Con attacks in the city of Compton are on the rise.
Yo, break yourself. Boop.
Come on, motherfucker. Give me all your money. I got a Joy-Con up in this bit. Oh my god. After Splatoon 2, they got to Mario, Super Mario Odyssey, brand new Mario game, sandbox style, which is interesting.
Weird.
Then instead of level based, it's going to be like a sandbox world.
So what is it, like 3D then?
Yes. I thought it looked absolutely gorgeous. It was very, very weird. Like seeing him in jungles and a desert and like a food world. Those all seem normal, but then you saw him in a realistic city?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, seeing Mario in a facsimile of New York City is really fucking weird, but it's to me is wonderfully weird.
Like Mario in a real world. It looked crazy. So
I'll have to check this out.
Yeah. There was like a new golden lion mount looking thing. Yoshi's gonna be pissed.
Maybe it's just an Yoshi
Who's
upgrade.
this lion, you whore?
Yeah, let's be real. Is he gonna be more mad at the lion? Or his apparently alive fucking hat?
I was just gonna say the hat came alive. It had my notes. The hat came alive. It had eyes and shit, all caps.
Yep.
I see that. Why? Wow.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Why not?
It's fucking weird. Well, here's the other thing that caught my eye. Yo, Bowser looks so fucking clean and white. Jeez, that is a fly motherfucker. He needs to wear white more often. Man, he's fucking fly now.
Dude's
Holy
getting
shit.
married. Dude wants to get
Getting
married.
married and shit? Oh my god.
Oh shit! I see that too.
Yeah. I think the biggest bummer is that it is not a launch title. It is set for the holiday season, which
Oh.
I guess it makes sense. Like everyone knows. Well, not now they know, but at the time, everyone figured Zelda was going to be the launch title. So you don't want to have Zelda and Mario fighting for attention at the same time.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
So
The Mario game actually interests me more than Zelda, though. So
I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I am so
I've never
erect
been
for
a
Zelda.
Fair. Okay, that's fair.
And into Zelda.
That's fair.
The thing that I'm excited about with Zelda is it doesn't look like a Zelda game. This looks like an open world action RPG.
Wasn't there a Zelda that was kind of like that though on the Wii?
I don't think it ever was to this point.
No, I think you guys somewhere between Twilight Princess and like the Wii ones are Twilight Princess, and then the Wii U had Skyward Sword. But Skyward Sword is, from what I keep hearing, is just a bunch of dog shit.
No. I don't know.
don't know.
One of the first big things to absolutely blow my mind, Xenoblade 2
Yep.
is confirmed. Coming from Monolith Soft, music from Yasunori Mitsuda. Hell yes.
Oh yeah.
And then I got worried because they ended the trailer with a gigantic dragon thing in the background.
Yep.
And it just reminded me of Scalebound, so I can't wait for this to get canceled too.
Or Scalebound.
Which we didn't even get to talk about yet. Spoiler alert,
exactly.
Scalebound got canceled. Koei Tecmo has a new game on the way. Another Warriors game, which, they did a great job with Hyrule Warriors. So why not get another Nintendo franchise familiar with swords? Fire Emblem Warriors is coming.
I thought you were going to say Super Mario Warriors.
Oh, God, that'd be amazing, actually.
Boss.
Luigi with a broadsword cutting down like 50 Koopa Troopas at once. I'm already sold.
Yep. It's but no, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for that because they have to do Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Which, man, dude, wasn't that a shot of like him grabbing a fucking sword like so great and indicative of the game? Yeah, man, that's pretty fucking boss.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I was excited because he grabbed a goddamn sword.
Scalebound was canceled because of the main character wearing Beats by Dre headphones.
They got sued into oblivion. And that was
Oh, man. Then Nintendo was like, hey, listen, it's not all just like first-party stuff. We've got a shitload of third-party developers working on games, more than 80 games in development. And then they showed like a quick an image of just a bunch of companies, and I was bored, so I paused it and went back and looked. 505 Games, Activision, Arc System Works, Atlas, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Capcom, Codemasters, EA, From Software, Frozen Byte, Game Trust, Grasshopper Manufacturer, Gung Ho Entertainment, Hamster, Integrates, Creates, Koei Tecmo, Konami, Level 5, Marvelous and Xseed, Maximum Games, the one I couldn't read, so whatever, Parody Bit, Platinum Games, Sega, Spike Chunsoft, Square Enix, Starbreeze, Take-Two Interactive, Telltale Games, THQ Nordic, Tokyo RPG Factory, Traveler's Tales, Ubisoft, and Warner Brothers Games are all confirmed to be working on games.
well, at least they'll get racing games because that's all that Codemasters does now.
True.
Yeah. But are they really bad at it though? Let's be real here.
No, they're good at racing games. So
Yeah, remember when they were shit?
Yeah.
I do remember they used. to
Yeah,
not
I
be
was so
good.
glad it changed.
Yeah, they got their shit
like
together.
The more recent Dirts are pretty. Well, even the older Dirts were all right, but
That's true.
like the original Grid wasn't so good.
Yeah.
Grid 2 was the bomb, though.
Yeah, but
Although Grid 2 on PC didn't allow for you to use steering wheels, which was fucking stupid.
Very
Yeah,
weird.
But yeah, so I mean that's like 80 companies. That's I mean that's a you know a bit. It's alright.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But it wasn't just about saying, look at all these people working on things. They started going into some games people are working on. Dragon Quest 10 and 11 are both coming to the Switch from Square Enix. They said in Japan at least, so who knows if they'll make it to America.
Yeah.
On top of that, Dragon Quest Heroes is coming to the Switch, and it's going to be a 1 and 2 bundle. So both games in one package, which is pretty awesome.
Doesn't mean much to me. I don't know what those games are.
Dragon Quest Heroes. It's basically like, I don't know, Hyrule Warriors.
That's a great comparison to a game I've never played.
But with Dragon Quest.
I know what you're talking about now. Like I was thinking, like, wait, why should I know about Heroes? Like, oh, that's right, because they totally did a game like that. Oops.
It's basically Dragon Quest Dynasty Warriors.
Okay. You know what?
Okay, that's a good comparison.
Yeah,
okay.
You know what? Not bad.
Yeah. A new Shin Megami Tensei game is being worked on. It's so new, they don't even have a title for it. They're just like, hey, the newest game in the Shin Megami series is coming. And
never even heard of that series.
That's all we got. That's because you're an asshole.
Okay. Have you heard of Persona?
Yes, I've heard of Persona.
Okay, same guys.
Yeah.
Persona is like kind of like a spin-off series. But like the main titles are it's Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah.
Which usually deals with the apocalypse and demons.
Interesting. I heard Platinum Games maybe Scalebound's coming back just for a Switch release instead.
That would be funny, actually.
That would make me buy a Switch. Even
it's
though
called Xenoblade 2. Square Enix is working on a brand new RPG called Project Octopath Traveler.
I was hoping for Octodad.
That'd be amazing.
Project Octodad Traveler?
Yeah, Project Octodad.
Dude, I would love to see Octodad in a Japanese RPG.
Just make his eyes bigger.
That'd be amazing.
So if you make his eyes big, you have to make that weird tentacle mustache bigger, too.
Oh, definitely. Need the bigger mustache.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
Oh, my lord. Sega confirmed they're working on something, but I don't think anything was really said about that. So...
Probably some kind of Sonic game.
I know one of the translators trying to handle things was fucking awful at what he was doing. Suda51 came on stage and started talking about a new No More Heroes game is going to be worked on. Travis Touchdown is returning to the Switch. I cannot wait for this. And the translator during this section had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Nope.
Really?
It was hilarious to watch.
I have a feeling that Good Old Goichi was actually going off script.
Maybe.
It's a possibility. Because, that guy was struggling.
Yeah, I like by the end of it, he's just like, thank you, good night. And then just stop.
He got fired.
You have to keep in mind, it's like, actually, during that Japanese broadcast, you know how, every segue was, we'll switch to the new guy. It's so fucking awkward because it's just how the languages work.
Yeah.
So while that's a pun in Japanese, that's like just awkward in English.
Yeah,
man.
We'll switch to the new guy.
Pete Hines from Bethesda confirmed that Skyrim will be on the Switch.
I don't think anybody was questioning that after the...
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like everyone knew it was coming, but Bethesda was like, well, we haven't confirmed anything yet. Well, they confirmed it. So what we all knew was happening is happening because we knew it was happening. And portable Skyrim, fuck yes. That's all. Like, I
can't wait to see how that looks.
That alone is going to make me buy the system. Then EA came on stage in the most awkward English presentation possible for a Japanese event, confirmed that FIFA's coming to the Switch.
Oh boy, FIFA. Can't wait.
Hey, FIFA, that's going to be huge in Europe.
I mean, I'm sure in Europe, but...
Dude, console FIFA on the go, people are going to lose their minds for that.
Dude, seriously, dude, like it's big in Europe, it's big in Asia. Shit, dude, there's Korean FIFA tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's I know we can shit on it a little bit, but it's actually a big deal.
Yeah, that's a pretty, because FIFA has skipped Nintendo for a few years now. And
I didn't know it was originally on it.
And the fact that it's coming back is, I think that's a pretty big get for Nintendo. And hopefully EA sticks with it. Then they jumped in like a big sizzle reel of a whole bunch of titles, you know, flashing images and brief things.
No Mass Effect Andromeda on the Switch?
No.
Oh, gosh. So I have things about that sizzle reel.
I actually went through and I tried to decipher what most of the games were. This is the list I have. Of course, some of them are going to be repeats, but Splatoon 2, Minecraft Story Mode, Skylanders Imaginators, Project Octopath Traveler, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, Lego City Undercover, fuck yeah, Farming Simulator.
Oh,
Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. That game's so new. How does it have a definitive edition?
I don't know.
It's not that new.
New content, bonuses, all the DLC. No, there was no DLC.
No, there wasn't. It was just the
I
game.
don't know. Who knows?
Really
Disgaea 5 Complete. That's pretty cool.
That is cool, actually. Yeah.
Something to do with Splunker. I couldn't figure out what the hell it was because the title in like the credits was in Japanese, but it mentioned copyright Splunker, like Splunker copyright Tozai Corporation, whatever it was. Has Been Heroes from Frozen Byte, which I'm excited about, which they confirmed is coming to like everything. Skyrim, Project Sonic 2017. So even that doesn't have a name yet. Just Dance 2017, FIFA, Siberia 3, Ultra Street Fighter 2, Super Bomberman R, Puyo Puyo Tetris, OG Minecraft. So Microsoft is getting in on the Switch as well with Minecraft.
Of course they are. They go everywhere with the Minecraft stuff.
Rhyme, Steep, Fast RMX, NBA 2K18, I Am Setsuna, and Dragon Ball something, probably Xenoverse 2, like Mega Edition or something.
Possibly. So there's one title that stuck out for absolutely fucking ridiculous reasons.
Which one?
Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I've actually, like, I saw that, like, sizzle reels going, oh, weird. Like, why did you bring in HDR over? That's my initial thought. And then all of a sudden my Twitter starts blowing up because I'm in pretty deep with the fighting game scene. Yeah. I mean, shit, I did commentary in Korea. I think I know a little bit about it, right? And it's like, no, it's a real fucking thing. It's a Ultra Street Fighter 2. So basically, it's HDR sprites so far. No one knows anything
with the option for retro pixel style.
Yeah, actually, they actually went a step further than HDR. You can have retro pixel style and a retro backgrounds as well. I don't know who's doing the music. I don't know if they hopefully paid OC Remix for the songs, because they didn't do that last time for HDR.
No, they didn't.
They fucking paid him an exposure. Are you for fucking real, right? That's a different story. And they sole sourced all the fighting game engine to Serlin, or David Serlin, which has its own other problems, right? So all of a sudden when we saw this, it is a mix of, oh, that's pretty cool too. Dude, this looks fucking dumb. Because, dude, a lot of us got really burned by HDR. There's a reason why there's still a Super Turbo scene.
Yeah.
When there's no, dude, HDR is dead as a doornail.
Really?
Oh, see, yeah, dude, it is.
I don't follow it as much, so at least you can chime in on that stuff.
Yeah, it's so here's what they're bringing. Like, this is what we know about Ultra Street Fighter 2 is they have the HDR sprites and backgrounds, which you can disable and go back to the original sprites and backgrounds. But they added 2 characters never before in a Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. Was it Vicious Ken and Evil Ryu?
Yep. Evil Ryu and Vicious Ken. Evil Ryu got introduced into... All right. So, actually, no. This is the first time they're in Street Fighter 2. But Evil Ryu got introduced in Alpha. And Violent Ken got introduced in Capcom versus... no, not CBS. It's SBC. SNK versus Capcom. It's what the SNK version of the game was, right? And basically, he's supposed to represent Ken after being kidnapped, brainwashed by Bison, and then filled with the psycho power. And I have seen some gameplay of this thing, and I'm already a bit worried. And not by the characters per se. Like, it's Violent Ken has some cool shit. Like, he actually has left, right. He can actually dash through opponents, which is fucking sick. Right? All of a sudden, you're playing like, oh yeah, it's just like ST, and all of a sudden he just does left, right mix-ups on you. It's like, that's fucking sick, right?
Yeah.
But what has been concerned is, dude, I'm not seeing turbo functions. So, all right. So when the default arcade mode for Super Turbo is Turbo 3, the fastest you can go. Like, it's almost as fast as Hyper Fighting. I know I'm throwing a lot of terms out there, and I apologize. But
yeah, I have no idea what any of this means. What you're saying? These are all just words.
Okay, so whenever there's tournaments for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, is the addition of, like, when people talk about playing Street Fighter 2, that's the version they refer to when there's tournaments, and they actually shorten it down to just ST for Super Turbo. Right? They play that on the fastest speed possible because that game's really fucking fun when it's like stupid fast. But no, it's I'm seeing it. It looks like basic speed for Street Fighter, which has me a little bit worried. And there's been problems with like balancing when the death nails in. When the nails on coffin for HDR was Capcom's insistence that it was totally balanced. The Evo Akuma was balanced. They were adamant about that. And then sure enough, someone said, like, no, that's bullshit. Let me prove it to you. And won every single tournament playing Akuma just to prove a point. Yeah, it was nuts, right? So it's so everyone's a little bit worried. Yeah, that's the reason why it's actually kind of lukewarm. Like, am I excited for it? Of course I am. But not really excited for it because I don't want it to be a piece of shit.
Yeah. And honestly, in my original notes before I knew it was a new game, I had it written down that it was just Virtual Console. Because I couldn't tell at first. And then they showed a Bomberman game, and I didn't realize that, again, that's a brand new Bomberman game, Super Bomberman R, which I'm excited there's a new Bomberman game coming. Like, we haven't seen a new Bomberman game in how long?
Oh, that's boss, man.
Yeah. So, fuck yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff coming. I know after the event, they also mentioned, I know Nicholas mentioned that Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus is coming to the Switch in spring.
Ooh, nice.
So, and that's looking to be like a full retail game as well. Like in stores and whatnot.
Oh, wow.
By the way,
wow.
No Pulse is asking about like how games are going to be handled, like if discs or carts or what's going on. They are on cartridges, like Vita style carts. So cartridges are back, no optical media. So less moving parts is always good. There will clearly also be download stuff as well. From what I saw, like this system is going to have like 32 gig of internal storage, but it will also have an SD, I think a micro SD card support.
Yep.
And apparently on one of the Treehouse videos that Nintendo's been running all day today, they showed off support for a 256 gig micro SD card.
Yep.
So storage should be decently okay.
Nice.
But I guess we'll see. Then again,
hopefully the games aren't like 40 gigs and it's like, well, 256 isn't anything.
Yeah, which I guess we'll see. Everyone thought that, 500 gig on an Xbox One and PS4 should be pretty good, and now people are like, 2 terabytes nowhere near enough.
Well, yeah, when you have 40 to 50 gigabyte fucking games, it's you kind of need some space.
But I'm going to assume with the smaller cartridge style of the Switch, the file sizes might be kept down. Since Switch isn't going for like 4K gaming here. They're going for, things are going to look good enough, but, Nintendo's always been gameplay over visuals.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I'm assuming, like, I want to say for like the big titles, probably 5 gigs.
I don't know.
So
we'll
that
see.
seems reasonable. Probably 5 to 10 gigs on some of the big ones.
I know they wrap things up with a brand new trailer for Zelda Breath of the Wild. The trailer looked insane. Like, holy shit, the game looks incredible. Voice acting in a Zelda game, which is interesting.
That's very interesting.
I don't think Link is going to have voice acting, aside from the usual hit, yeah, hit, her.
Yep, yeah.
But and then then of course they confirmed that it is a launch title. So they confirmed what everybody kind of suspected. But yeah, I'm curious to see how Zelda looks, how Zelda plays. I know they mentioned that docked the Zelda is going to be 1080p, 60 frames per second, and undocked it's going to be 720p, 60 frames per second.
Perfect.
So
perfect.
Yeah, 720p is pretty decent for a
for like a 6-inch screen. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
At least it's not like 480.
Yeah.
That would be.
Oh yeah,
awful.
It's no, absolutely. It's they went direction I wanted it to, which was I was very deathly afraid that they were going to be like, oh yeah, undocked 60 frames per second, or no, docked 60 frames, but undocked 30 frames. And like, you're out of your fucking mind, dude. No way.
Hey, who knows? It might be game dependent in the future.
That's
a
good point. Yep.
Yeah, never know. Some other little news tidbits that floated out afterwards, in addition to the tiny things that we mentioned earlier, like the online service rumors and Afterbirth. Of course, there's the Breath of the Wild Master Edition with the CD, the coin, the baller ass Master Sword statue. There's going to be like a Switch case in there. That's going to be $129.99. There's also a special edition that removes the sword for $99.99. They're selling out like everywhere, which sucks. Apparently, Best Buy is the last place that hasn't put the Master Edition on sale yet. So that might be our last chance to get a shot at one, which fingers crossed I could get. I'll be refreshing that motherfucker all day. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is releasing April 28th for the Switch. It's basically all the original content from Mario Kart 8. It includes a new map and Splatoon characters.
Oh, cool. Hey,
yeah.
It would be cool. Do those carts each have like their own little power-ups too, or no?
What do you like the
people in the game? Does each character have like their own little ability as well?
No, they don't.
I don't think they have unique ones. No.
See, that would be so cool if they had like a Splatoon one, and then it's like, and it just painted the road behind you, and then anybody that drove into the paint would spin out, whatever.
What was that? Double Dash had like the unique ones based on the characters. I think that was Double Dash.
It's been a long time since I've played anything Mario Kart.
It's because I wanted, like, man, the last one I saw was like unique ones, or it might have been Double Dash because it was based on your team.
Yeah, because I think Double Dash was the one that had like the golden mushroom for Toad, or like the babies had the chain chomp, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right.
But they haven't really done that since, which I think is kind of a missed opportunity. I thought those were fun to have unique ones.
Then it mattered what character you chose.
No Pulse asking about ability to game share. I don't think anything was mentioned, but I kind of avoid game share discussion, so I don't know. I really have no idea.
I'd assume not, just based off of Nintendo's little experience with the network system anyway. They probably wouldn't go that deep into it.
We're less than 60 days from finding out, so...
That's true.
I mean, Nintendo's really never had a way to like share your account with someone to like swap games and things like that, so I wouldn't expect it. Yeah. Last thing I have for the Switch is that the Pro Controller will be sold separately. There's people like on Twitter already saying that it's, well, they said it's more comfortable than a DualShock 4, which to me it means nothing because I fucking hate the DualShock. But they're saying that the Pro Controller feels incredible so far. I'm worried at the fact that it costs $70.
Oh shit!
Oh wow!
But it does look a lot nicer than the stupid Joy-Cons.
I mean, it looks like a great controller, but $70 for the controller.
I don't know. Is it worth it to not have to play with the dumbass Joy-Cons?
I don't know. I'm not too. You don't have to use a Joy-Con by itself. You can have it in the grip where you have the whole controller as one unit.
Oh, yeah, that is true. I forgot about the fact that there was actually a controller with it. I was thinking like you had to sit on the couch and play with a Joy-Con. Like that would be so fucking awful.
No, it comes with the little Joy-Con like holder thing.
Yeah, that's not that bad. It's a little bit. I feel like it's going to be a little bit awkward to hold just because of the shape. I don't think it'll be that bad.
No Pulse again asking, seeing that there's a new online service, is it tied to the download, or can I have my wife play a game that I buy digital? I would assume it's going to be like the Wii U, where if it's downloaded to your console, anyone who plays the console could play it.
Probably.
That's my guess.
Probably not going to be as advanced as Xbox, where it's locked to your account.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's I feel they've come a long way with like at least Wii U and having those accounts work that way.
Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible. You don't know because the system's not out yet.
Yeah.
They haven't said too much about it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna find out, and again, less than 60 days. Like that's nuts.
It's so close. March 3rd. It is so close.
It's funny to see like all this news coming out right before the consoles rather than like months before.
Yeah, Nintendo's like, you know what? We're not going to let hype build up too much. We're going to announce it in January, and then you could play it a month and a half later.
It might have been smart because then they didn't let the hype die down either.
True.
It could die down if it takes too long to come out.
Yeah.
They get all that hype right before the system comes out. You better believe it's selling consoles like crazy already.
Oh yeah, dude! Like everyone's already sold out of those things, man. Well, apparently, except for GameStop, somehow.
My GameStop, I showed up at 9 o'clock. They open at 10. No one was there at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow.
We were the first people there, so we like knocked on the door and waved to the manager because we know him. So, what's up, Mike? And then we went.
He watched the show.
We went. That'd be cool if he did. I gave him my card before, so. We went to McDonald's and grabbed some breakfast, came back at like 9:45, and there were 8 people there.
Oh.
Our store had 56 units to pre-order.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
You're fine. You have, I was going to say 8. Yeah. That sucks because that sounds like if that was the same deal with the micro, or that mini console.
Oh, the NES Classic. Yeah, our store had plenty of units. I don't know if it's just people who are more focused on getting them online, that people aren't going to stores that much.
I mean, that's possible.
Or maybe people are just a bit more wary about Nintendo on this one.
Here's the thing. It's Amazon sold out within an hour.
Yeah.
It's also possible people are just too busy and going to work or something to go to
or everyone already pre-ordered online.
Yeah, there's that. In the case of like my store here in Germany is that they're probably going to be like the way they worked is like I don't think they even got a firm number of how many they got, but they did say like, hey man, we have the separate SKUs, but you're literally the second person to ask for the neon one, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be okay.
Loot saying maybe people don't want it. That could be it too. I know I've seen a lot of people really negative about the Switch.
I've seen people overly negative for how much information has come out. It's know. Just wait.
Like there's people who are like,
asses.
Nintendo's fucking stupid. They need to get out of the console game and put their stuff on the PlayStation and on Xbox so that people actually play it. Except Nintendo doesn't do that.
They don't have to.
Exactly. Their company's doing perfectly fine, especially with all the Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Nintendo has a retarded amount of money. Like ridiculous amounts of money. They don't need to go third party. They could do their own little niche thing for years on end and not go under because they have so much money. Where Sony,
and they're so well known, it's just like if they announce a Mario game, everybody's gonna buy it because they want the Mario game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
And then on the other hand, you have Sony that is failing in nearly every division except for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, the PlayStation is kind of the only thing keeping Sony floating right now. And there's still people who wonder if Sony might be around for a PS5. Despite the fact that they're winning the current generation of gaming, it's just...
Maybe they should just quit focusing their effort on so much other shit. Just focus on
Sony
the
just needs to get out of the console game and put their games on other platforms so that they'll sell better. See,
That
it
would be
sounds
amazing
retarded
for
when
us,
you say it about another platform.
Exactly.
Let them do
That
what
would
they
be amazing
want.
to have some The Last of Us on Xbox, though. I would be down for that. Let's get Naughty Dog on Xbox's shit. Come on. I'm sure if you have
Let's
enough
just get it
money.
for the Switch. Last of Us.
We need Last of Us on the Switch. It would Last of Us. Naughty Dog would be so much better if they put their games on the Switch.
Like they'd actually be known as a company. Uncharted 4, who played that?
Could you imagine, like, if Uncharted 4 was on the Switch, and then you could have like a Zelda crossover, and you could have Link in Uncharted, like, exploring things, and then
Find the Master Sword.
or if like Last of Us crossover with Metroid, and you're just like shooting monsters, and you're just like, Sony needs to go third party.
Yeah. It's dude, man, like it's all right. Like I see where you guys are coming from. Nintendo doubters. Okay, here's the thing. It's their best selling systems have been the handhelds.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is kind of
and the Wii.
And Wii, but dude, honestly, those handhelds have been really bringing in a lot of money, like a lot of money. But here's the problem: what's the biggest competition to their handheld systems?
Mobile.
Yep. Cell phone. Like I've seen this firsthand, where I can go on a train car in Japan, bust my 3DS, and I already got like 10 street passes. Because
I just realized I never checked my 3DS at MagFest.
Yeah, dude, that part's actually gotten old, right? But it's guaranteed, like on any given train car, there's at least 10 other people on there that had a 3DS on them. The lowest it got down to is maybe 7. But within the 2 years I was out there, those 3DSs got replaced by cell phones. Everybody's on their damn cell phones.
Yeah.
So honestly, this is the reason why the Switch exists, because someone thought, why not just collapse it into the same system?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't make phone calls or text on the Switch, can you?
Nope.
I hope the Switch works
no one's
for
making
him.
phone calls in the train anyways.
True.
They're
guess.
playing
But
them.
they're texting. I mean, they're texting.
No, they're playing them, dude. They're playing no mobile games.
They're playing Pokemon
Mobile
Go.
games are shit. I don't know why they're playing it.
Man, you say that, and then like I used to think that, and then I started playing Clash Royale.
Oh no, not Clash Royale. Are you really playing that?
Well, not right now, but it's Hearthstone's a really solid game.
Well, Hearthstone, yeah, but it's also available on PC.
Dude, just tournaments for Clash Royale, dude. Why you shit on it?
I don't like the game. That's why I'm shitting.
Yo, it's straight esports now, man.
So is Overwatch. I hate Overwatch. Well, I don't hate Overwatch. I'm not interested in Overwatch.
God, dude, do you just hate all the games we love? Like, what is this?
No, I like.
Why can't we have joy in our lives, CJ?
God damn it,
Because
dude.
joy doesn't exist.
You piece of shit. No Pulse is saying that I need to do the neckbeard things in the gay German GameStop employee voice. Oh, we need Samus in Last of Us and shooting the pew-pews with the monsters and the mushrooms on the head. Get Mario to eat the mushrooms on the head. Poopy on me.
Yeah, and then he grows twice in size. Oh yeah.
I like when things grow twice the size in me.
Get the fuck out of here, man. This is awful. German culture's not like this. Just not how the Germans are.
So all the Switch stuff, it leads me to some other news. We mentioned Puyo Puyo Tetris is coming to the Switch. It is also coming to the PS4 in America. The one big omission there's no word on an Xbox release. The game is on the Xbox One in Japan. Why won't they bring that one to America?
Wow.
Really
I have the Japanese import sitting on my fucking shelf and I can't play it in English. They're going to bring it to the PS4, which, okay, it's on the PS4 in Japan. Cool. They're going to bring it to the Switch. Oh, they're going to develop a whole new version of the game for another system, but they won't bring the Xbox version to America. What
have to learn
the
Japanese.
fuck, Sega?
It's okay.
Play the import.
I do a lot. I love it. It is
What is
so
Puyo
much
Puyo anyway? What
like
Tetris? Is
Kirby's
it just
Avalanche,
Tetris?
Dr. Robotnik, Mean Bean Machine.
But does it just play like Tetris?
No, it's a
No.
completely different style of game.
Oh, okay.
It's a battle game. Like
Yeah.
it is. It gets crazy. The amount of hype that game generates is absurd.
See, I have no idea what it is because it just has Tetris in the name, so I just assume it's a Tetris game.
Well, I mean,
Puyo
it's-
Puyo Tetris is the best Tetris game out on current consoles. Like the Ubisoft Tetris that came out is hot garbage compared to Puyo Tetris.
Yo,
And
is Puyo Tetris on Steam right now?
I don't know.
it's on
Possibly the
Steam-
Japanese version.
If it's on Steam, then like what the fuck, Microsoft?
Dude,
Well, it's not Microsoft's fault.
Yeah, this is Sega.
No, it
who's-
absolutely is. Oh, yeah, I
No,
guess.
it's Sega.
Oh man, I am like legitimately pissed that Sega's not bringing it to America on the Xbox. Because there's no excuse not to. It is available in Japan on the Xbox.
Yeah,
So
doesn't
it is
make
an
any sense.
Xbox game. It's like when NIS didn't bring what the hell is it? A Stranger Sword City to America. It was originally an Xbox exclusive in Japan. And they didn't bring the Xbox version to America. Experience had to self-publish it in the US.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like, what the fuck? And it's not like Sega's ignoring the Xbox One. They're releasing the new Valkyria game on the Xbox One, which no one would have expected that to happen. Like, at all, ever. But they won't give us Puyo Tetris. You
How the hell do you even
motherfuckers.
spell Puyo?
Puyo.
yeah. Duh, just like it sounds.
Yeah, you dumb bitch.
No, it doesn't sound anything like that.
Puyo.
Puyo. Yes.
P-U, poo,
I was think-
yo, Y-O.
I was thinking Pouy or something.
the hell?
Honestly, English is weird, so I can buy that.
Yeah, because like poo would be P-O-O, so I mean,
Yeah.
It's the poo-poo Tetris.
I said, poo-poo Tetris,
Poo-poo Tetris.
you match three of them up and they disappear, and then your opponent gets all fucked up.
If you put three of them together, they disappear inside me.
No, they don't. Stop it. You're so weird.
So
Stop
yeah,
it so weird.
Sega, I know Sega listens to our show religiously. So Sega, get your shit together. Bring the Xbox version to America as well. Puyo, say it like the Germans. Maybe he will get it. Puyo. Oh, the Puyo Tetris.
it's still it's weird.
Another game that was announced for the Switch, and this actually leads to a whole bunch of news. Shovel Knight is coming to the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Shovel Knight is being completely repackaged.
Yep.
It is being retitled Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. All current owners of the game will have this new quote-unquote new version of the game. It is splitting it up into all the separate campaigns to be standalone, like, selections in the main game. So if you only get like the Plague Knight stuff, you could play that from the beginning. You don't need to beat Shovel Knight to access the new stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Shovel Knight Shovel of Hope is the OG game. Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows is Plague Knight's campaign, and Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment is the new campaign that's releasing soon. Also, later in 2017, they will have Shovel Knight King Knight's campaign and Shovel Knight Battle Mode, which Battle Mode will not be on handhelds because it's, battle stuff. All current owners will automatically get the Treasure Trove upgrade with all the splits as well as all future content for free.
Awesome.
Yes.
I need to get that game because I heard that there's also going to be a price
I was just getting to that. Shovel Knight will be going up in price this spring because of the expanded content.
Yeah, so I need to purchase that before it goes up.
Dude, where is Yacht Club getting his money? Like, seriously, they did a Kickstarter years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just Nintendo just saying, like, hey, yo, that looks like a successful game. Yeah, man, we're pretty proud of it. Well, here's some money.
I guess it's been selling so well because Shovel Knight is huge. Shovel Knight has been huge.
And I heard there was a co-op thing for that or something.
Yes, co-op mode, which as of right now has been locked to the Wii U, and having a Shovel Knight amiibo, which... Just because I know Loot's watching, I do indeed have my Shovel Knight amiibo right here.
Oh, I knew I should have bought that.
Yeah, you should have.
Because it's on sale at my German GameStop now.
Get the Shovel Knight.
You should get the Shovel Knight's amiibo.
Get the amiibo. Oh, it fits inside so wonderfully.
No, stop being so weird. You gotta scare him off.
Get the boo to put where you poo. It is a beautiful plug.
Oh, stop being so weird.
But yeah, co-op is coming to all consoles as a free update.
Woo.
That's cool too.
So again,
is it only? I'm assuming it's only local.
Yes.
I figured.
Yes. Local co-op. So yeah, Shovel Knight is getting bigger and more expensive, but at the same time they're going to make it easier to get into. Like if you just want to purchase Plague Knight, you can.
And that's because it sucked for anybody that purchased the DLCs and then couldn't play them because they couldn't beat the base game.
There's no DLC to purchase. It's all been free updates.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Shovel Knight has not had any paid DLC.
Oh, all right. Well, then never mind. I guess that's not a problem to have it locked behind.
But now since they're increasing the price of the game, they're going to split it up to make it cheaper if you only want select content.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah,
it's going to be weird to see how like the achievement fluctuates though, because I'm assuming it's still all going to be one list like it already is.
Who knows? But yeah, it's still pretty cool that they are committed to making Shovel Knight bigger and better. And the best part is, if you already own the game, you don't need to worry about it because you're still getting everything for free.
Yep.
This is just for new purchasers. And the best is still, even now they're saying, hey, price is going to go up, so buy it now.
Exactly, kind of like Bethesda did with the Far Harbor thing, or the season pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where they were like, buy it, you got it this month.
Yeah, price is going up, get it now while you can.
I wish I would have been able to clamp down on that season pass, but then again, I never played the game anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's gone on sale a number of times down to the original price. And then, this was going to be like the lead story of the week, but Scalebound got canceled.
Yeah, well... Apparently, from what I've heard, I've actually seen some more information about the whole thing. Platinum Games had 9 games like they made and released while making it with a team of only 200 people. And so, like at first I thought it was like Microsoft's fault for like, why would you do that? And then I realized, you know what? They had way too much shit going on over there and they weren't making the demands that Microsoft was asking for.
Yeah, there's 2 sides to every story, but it really seems like Platinum has just been spreading themselves too thin. So many of their recent games have been fairly underwhelming. The new Star Fox wasn't that great. Ninja Turtles wasn't that great. Korra wasn't that great. Transformers was decent. But, it looks like Microsoft just wasn't happy with where the game was going, all the missed deadlines, all the delays, and I guess they figured it wasn't shaping up to what they wanted, so they were just shelving it.
It just sucks though, because Microsoft doesn't have enough exclusives that they've announced coming out this year now.
Yeah,
we're really weak on that shit.
That is the sad part is like if they were able to rein Platinum Games in, that would have been a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
It's honestly, actually, if it was like on the level of say Vanquished, perfect. Perfect.
My only problem with it now is like the fact that it's almost like they've wasted so much money on it. You kind of want to see it come through now, just because it's like they've already spent so much. Why not just give it another shot?
Well, who knows? Maybe they'll do what happened with Phantom Dust, where they canceled Phantom Dust, but they have a second. Like they're still doing the remake of Phantom Dust, so maybe they'll get someone else to pick up the reins and continue on development, but just in a new direction. All I know is this was like my most anticipated game of last year and this year, and it's gone.
The only exclusive now that I'm actually looking forward to coming out this year is Sea of Thieves. Like Crackdown 3, I barely got into the first Crackdown. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. It looks alright, but...
All I can hope is that Microsoft gets their shit together and has a good E3. Because as staunch of a Microsoft supporter as we are on this show, it's worrying.
I mean, the only exclusive you can count on every year is fucking Forza. They're always going to have a fucking Forza game every year.
You know, they can't survive on just Forza, Halo, and Gears.
They need to get some new shit coming. And I mean, I still have high hopes for Sea of Thieves, because that could be a really good game if it comes out and they don't fuck it up. Like Rare, I have very high hopes for Rare with this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think they have a decent number of games coming, but ever since...
That's if Cuphead doesn't get this delayed again.
Well, the thing with Cuphead is apparently it was originally just going to be like a boss rush kind of game, but because of all the attention it's gotten, is they're actually they've expanded it to like a full game.
Oh, that's cool. I thought it was still under the I was still under the impression that it was going to be just a boss rush game.
Yeah, from what I could tell, they've expanded it to a full... I guess, fuck, we'll find out if it ever releases.
It's a full-on platformer. It is full-on platformer with stages, with the world map. Dude, I would have been just happy with a boss rush, but like this, I'm getting more. I'm pretty excited about it.
It just sucks that you got to keep waiting and waiting to see it, though. Especially, it was announced so long ago now.
If it's worth it in the end, that's all that matters.
I suppose so. Just you don't want the hype to die down for the game, and then it doesn't do as well because of it.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
I don't. As long as they don't No Man's Sky it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It comes out and it's just an exploring game where you can't do anything.
Dude, I feel like I'm the only one who like actually didn't even give a shit about No Man's Sky when it came out. Like when the trailers came out.
But that's because I'm a mainly Xbox player, so it's like to me it didn't matter.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So what were you gonna say, Wood? There was something you want to mention?
Oh no, Bomberman. Apparently someone there's a trailer. Oh my God, what? Okay, yeah. So the new Bomberman looks freaking crazy.
Yeah, it's like a full-on campaign, 8-player multiplayer. It looks awesome.
It's a return of 8-player multiplayer. Holy shit, dude! That hasn't been around since Saturn.
Yeah.
Fucking Saturn.
And that'll be another thing where everyone's at MagFest with their Switch plugged into a wall charging, and we're all just playing Bomberman together.
Shit, yeah, dude. Like, dude, I mean, I think that's what's the big question is what is everyone going to be playing at MagFest on their fucking Switches?
Not Scalebound.
Not Scalebound.
Yeah, I really wanted to like go on a rant about Microsoft and getting their shit together and, you know, the cancellation of Scalebound, but because it happened on Monday and I frequent the Xbox subreddit, people just wouldn't shut up about it all week. And I'm so fucking over it at this point. It's not even a week old and I'm just like
Microsoft's fault either. Like, I can understand where they're coming from with it, because if they're that far behind, I can understand. Like, if you look back at that 2015 E3 showing, they looked good, but it was laggy like hell even at the E3 showing.
But, like,
last year's looked amazing, though, and I'm so disappointed to see. Like, that huge boss fight at E3 that they showed with the crab huge thingy, like, that looked sick. Playing it in co-op. Oh, God.
Just after an entire week, every hour on Reddit, someone's like, Xbox is going in a bad direction, and Phil Spencer needs to be replaced, and I miss Don Matrick, and what is there for the future, and PlayStation has this, and Xbox doesn't have this. And I'm like, I don't even want to dwell on it. I'm just so fucking tired of hearing about Scalebound being canceled at this point. I don't even...
Dude, I don't blame you, because I mean, like with the light of the new information coming out, that's like, that's not a bad business decision. It's like, fuck that. We'll cut our losses, move on to something. Maybe we'll find something else. Maybe not. I mean, because right now they're still trying to push their Windows 10 initiative of basically, if you have a Windows 10 box, it's got to be able to play Xbox games.
The only thing that sucks about that is that it's kind of removing the whole point of buying an Xbox if you can just play them all on PC.
True,
except I don't play PC, so...
I mean, for the people that don't have a PC, but if anybody does, there's no point in buying an Xbox anymore.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's E3. We're gonna hear about Scorpio.
Definitely, yeah.
So in Scorpio, like from what this sounds like, is basically the culmination of like both these initiatives. There's basically having the ability to play your Xbox games on your Windows 10. And Windows 10 be able to play your Xbox games, it's all this, and also they're trying to push some more VR stuff. It's the combination of all this technology coming together, and the fact your Xbox runs Windows 10. Yeah, so what I have a feeling is basically it's going to force people, it's going to entice people to straight up like just get a regular PC for communications and just buy an Xbox for all your gaming stuff. I think they're what they're trying to push for, and we'll see if they're actually going to have stuff for, like, say, VR, or if there's going to be a cheap version of their freaking HoloLens.
Well, I'm already sure that there's going to have VR because there's a VR game. I remember we talked about it like last month or something. Like the VR, there was a VR game that was like confirmed coming to Xbox.
Gotcha.
Trying to think. Then again, we've had VR games come that just remove the VR from it.
No, but I believe this one was like, it was like set to come out after Scorpio, and it was something along the lines of, I believe it was gonna use Oculus technology.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Because of the fact, like Microsoft and Oculus has partnered in the past with the whole controller being shipped with the Oculus and things along that line. I mean, you never know if the Oculus is being made to work with the Xbox One Scorpio.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell they call it when they... I hope they just stick with Scorpio. I actually like the name. Like, don't change the name. Just like the PS4 Neo was way better than fucking whatever the fuck we got with Pro.
The Pro!
Yeah, the Pro
the
sucks.
PS4 Pro.
Keep it Neo.
Yeah.
Like, I can the Pro. I'll put the Pro in my booty hole.
Oh, está so bien, so bien. We're just kind of Pro.
I don't know. We'll find out at E3.
It's going to be called the Xbox One 2.
Oh, God.
And 1-2 Xbox.
They'll have a crossover with 1-2 Switch. The Xbox 1-2 Switch.
Microsoft and Nintendo are actually
because Nintendo needs to go third party. If they will put their stuff on other systems, like the Xbox 1-2 Switch would just, like, so many people will buy it and then have, like, Halo in it.
Halo and Mario in the same world.
Oh, it's me, Master Chief. Oh, man. Little bit more news. Injustice 2 got a release date of May 16th. Wood, I'm guessing you're excited about that.
Oh, yeah. It's, well, with some caveats. I mean, it's... I am terrible at NetherRealm games. Just hot garbage at them. But it makes me pretty excited because it looks like they're going to... It's from... You got to keep in mind, from like Mortal Kombat 9 all the way to Injustice 2, has been very interesting. Let's make this game really fun kind of mechanics changes. So like MK, like Mortal Kombat 9, like added in like, okay, we got this run button. Oh, that's cool. There was changes. There's like, all right, lessons learned from Mortal Kombat 9 got applied to Injustice. The lessons learned from Injustice got applied to Mortal Kombat 10 or X. I think they actually call it X because
Yeah,
reasons,
they
right?
call it X for some reason.
Yeah, so
Just like they
alright,
didn't call Mortal Kombat 9 Mortal Kombat 9. They called it Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I mean, it was like storyline wise, it was a smart move because it really is a reboot.
Yeah.
Shit, because the storyline is straight up like, oh yeah, we fucked up the timeline, so here's the new timeline. Enjoy. So, but it's but as they begin going to do series, lessons learned gets applied to the next one, which is awesome. But more caveats is they have a tendency to release the game and then do like a whole bunch of friggin' like bug changes down the line as they release new characters. So they're constantly different on the fly without actually like waiting enough time for people to figure out solutions. A good example is Superman Injustice was overpowered. Ha! Surprise! So Superman overpowered a DC game? Come on, dude.
Yeah.
So people didn't have enough time to figure out like, oh, okay, so this is how Superman plays. Like, let's figure it out. Like, let's figure out there's characters who have advantages in his matchup, or ways around his mix-ups, or ways around his range game. No one got the chance because they nerfed him to the ground like right away. And every time this new character come out, it's like, oh, this guy's overpowered. Nope. Let's fix him. Let's normalize it, and then no one learns.
Exactly. They just make them weaker so that anybody can beat them.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it makes me interested because I guess a lesson learned recently was like they stopped kind of doing that a little bit because the community naturally started figuring out like it's like instead of just saying, dude, this bullshit, I have to deal with this character, and instead started like with more and more money going to the tournament scene, pros have been like coming in and going there. Dude, how come no one's actually figured this out? Or, dude, we've been sleeping on this tech forever. Check this shit out, and they just dominate tournaments with it. Like a good example is in Mortal Kombat X. No one was using Sonya Blade. They only thought like one of the variations wasn't that great. They thought one variation was on the only good one. Then he figured out, I was like, oh, dude, if I go demolitions, I can actually stun lock people for like half their bar. So it's
I don't know any of this.
Yeah, it's just like that awkward silence of like fighting game experts and people that are normal.
shit. I forget you're filthy fucking casuals.
We're
Let me try to
nerds.
dumb it down for you guys.
Listen, losers.
Okay, so basically what it comes down to is like we reached a point where like they stopped like nerfing them to the ground right away, and like now we actually get to see organically tech come out of the game just from like people like just going into the lab and figuring shit out. And with the combination of those two things, with the lessons learned from previous games being attached to being added to the next game in the series, and with like a kind of paradigm shift of like, don't fucking nerf them right away. Let's see what the community comes up with, and then we'll wait it out. Has me very excited. And plus, dude, friggin' like, man, I'm trying to think. There's some characters that I was like super excited to hear about. I forgot what it was, but whatever. Supergirl looks fucking boss when she just marches you down with her fucking eye lasers. That looks fucking badass.
It does. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Do you think that we might see DC give the okay to make Injustice 2 M-rated?
No.
Because I mean, look at recent Batman games. Like all the most three recent Batman games, Arkham Knight, the Telltale Batman, and then the Batman VR, all M-rated. All significantly more violent.
Hopefully then, because Injustice 2 would be much better if you could like actually cut off somebody's head or something.
You know what? Here's the thing, man. I honestly, if you up the level of violence, I honestly believe it doesn't add anything to it.
But I'm not.
Probably not
I'm
the
not saying
actual
like
fighting.
fatality level M-rated, but just a bit more brutal than it's been.
Well, like what? Like Wonder Woman, like saying Harley Quinn's like the C word, like that kind of brutal? I mean, what are we going with?
No.
That'd be funny,
He probably means
actually.
more along the lines of like, you know how Mortal Kombat has like the X-ray moves that are like absolutely just destroying in Mortal Kombat 9.
Well, here's the like, again, like I don't. If you up that level of violence, again, it doesn't really add anything because like what's already in the game is pretty fucking brutal already.
True.
I mean, granted, it's at that superhuman level stuff. Like these aren't like, I mean, granted, like you can make the argument that like these are demigods fighting each other in Mortal Kombat, but these are actual demigods fighting each other. Like it looks fucking brutal, but they're still shaking it out because it's surprise the superheroes.
I can agree with Joe. I think more violence is always more fun just to look at. From a spectator's point, it's more fun to watch.
I mean, I get that, but like I feel like it's honestly, I don't see an added value in that.
I don't mean to ignore you guys right now, but the Master Edition just went up for pre-order on BestBuy.com, and I'm pre-ordering that motherfucker right now during the show.
Just clack away, dude. Do it.
Review and place order. Grand total 110.23. 637. Please order. Please go through. Please go through. Please go through.
Come on,
Thank
baby.
you for your order.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Jesus! It
We did
sucks.
it.
You can unbox that for the show.
It sucks because like our account is going to get pinged like every week for the next month and a half until the game comes out. But I got my pre-order in.
Yes.
That's all I give a shit about right now at this point is we did it, America. We did it.
USA. USA.
Usave.
And
Usave.
before Trump bans all outside companies, and then you can't have anything from Japan, so Nintendo cancels it.
I know the best Japanese. All I know is I got my order placed, so fuck everything else.
Good job, dude. Happy, man.
Oh my god. If anyone is actually listening to us on the stream right now, Best Buy has it, so go now before it's gone forever.
Yep.
We did it. Wait, what did we do? I blacked out during the fighting game discussion.
Yeah, I did too. Don't worry. I
Oh,
think
my
everybody
God.
besides
Right, man. Like,
besides
I don't understand like how I'm like the only person. No, dude, actually, that reminds me during like was it Awesome Games on Quick? I'm like listening to like now it's like, oh man, that sounds like James Chen. Oh, weird. And then I look at Twitter's like, what the fuck is James Chen doing in a fucking like gritting the announcements over there, right? If you guys don't know, James Chen is the one of the major Street Fighter fighting. He's actually a major fighting game commentator.
I figured.
If you've ever seen anything Street Fighter, he's fucking commentating.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was just like one of those like weird things. Like I forget this crossover sometimes with the fighting game community and the rest of gaming.
Yeah, it's a pretty small crossover though.
Yeah, it's pretty much speed running.
By the way,
It's
AGDQ
crossover.
this week has been awesome.
Dear God, yes. It's I'm sad I had to miss most of it. I'm pissed I had to miss. Doom 2016 happened.
Did it? Shit.
Yep. Go watch archives. That shit is fucking bananas.
I'm just happy that I made it. Like I remembered to check in and I got to watch the awful block.
Dude, I was at work.
The awful block is the only, like, the biggest thing I care about. Not the only thing, but the biggest thing I care about every AG and SGDQ. As long as
watched it.
as long as I get to watch people suffer through god awful games for an entire night, I'm happy.
No, not just suffer through it. Like they're speedrunning it, meaning they suffer through it multiple times.
They have suffered through so much. Oh, poor bastards.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. Dude, like it's like no, they ended the Batman block and began the awful block with Batman Forever. One of the
Such a
shittiest
shitty game.
Batman games ever.
Oh my god, that was so
It's up
fun
there
to
with the most
watch.
shittiest games. Yeah, it is atrocious.
They're like, yeah,
And,
the
like,
entire game is run off the Mortal Kombat engine, so the only way you could do anything in this game is to do combo special moves, but nothing really hurts them except for throws.
Yeah, and not only that is like because it's run off the engine, the enemies actually read your inputs, like shitty arcade mode, right?
Oh my
They
lord!
fucking read your inputs, so it gets to a point where you can't do anything. And apparently, the only good character in that game is fucking Robin because of a flashlight.
What?
Yeah, no, they were explaining it is like it's the way the flashlight works. It actually stuns enemies, so you can set up a chain grab off them.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's so
so
stupid.
you see fucking Chris O'Connell shining a Batman fucking flashlight on dudes, and then they just chain grab this motherfucker. It's stupid. Like it's. Dude, go back to the archives. Freaking like Games Done Quick on YouTube. Watch that shit. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna have to. I miss so much that I still need to watch the Shovel Knight race that they did.
Oh yeah, that's happening. Well, I have a whole weekend to do it now.
I heard that happen. Like it came down to like the last minute.
I think it was like, from what I had heard in the shiz chat, like it came down to 6 seconds different.
Damn, so good.
Ooh, wow,
which is really close. Like, damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so good.
also, any viewers who don't have Shovel Knight, fucking buy it. Right
Seriously,
now.
we just went over the fact
don't
that
have
the
any
price is
money,
going up, so buy that
I need
shit.
to buy it.
Yeah, because I mean, like everything we love about this game, like it's a one of the how do I explain it? It is the best example of how to do a throwback game. Period.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever think, hey, I know how to do a throwback game. If it's not like that, like there's only 2 throwback games that are like that good. Is Shovel Knight and freaking Doom.
So good. So
good, dude. And also, dude, Jake Kaufman, one of our good friends.
Seriously,
He did the
fucking
soundtrack for it.
Vert. Oh my lord.
Oh my god, it is Vert. That is Vert. Oh my god, yeah.
Fucking Vert. Oh man.
Yeah, so good, dude. So
Anyway,
fucking-
I do have a little bit more, like the last bit of news to go over. I can't believe how long this episode is already.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sitting here like, oh my god, it's
we
going so long.
we still have reviews and an interview, so this is going to be a long one, kids. Last bit of news that I have is after a long holiday break, backward compatibility releases have resumed on the Xbox One.
And there are a lot.
And it was
what release?
it was
What
a
release?
big week. Thursday, which normally Thursdays are the big days, but they saved it for Tuesday for the big stuff. Thursday we got Beaten Groovy, which is like the horrible Bimani game from Konami Xbox Arcade. Like
Okay.
the shittiest one out there. So that one's and then Mega Man 9 and 10.
Ooh.
That was on Thursday.
Yo.
Tuesday. Holy shit, Tuesday. We got Strania the Stella Machina, which is like a shmup style game. The Splatters and Scrap Metal, which were all XBLA games. And then 4 more full retail games. Ghostbusters.
And these are some big ones.
Ghostbusters, like the good Ghostbusters, the one that had the original cast in it.
That one.
Dragon Age Origins,
Woo.
Battlefield Bad Company 2,
Whoop whoop.
and Battlefield 3.
Wow.
A double on Battlefield.
Yeah.
Games too. And Battlefield 3 takes up 34 gigs. on Xbox One.
33.6 gigabits of data, which makes it the biggest backward compatible title so far.
Which is just surprising considering fucking Lost Odyssey's fucking massive. How did
Battlefield
3 be
had
so
the
big?
HD texture downloads. And I believe
that explains that.
I'm going to guess all the DLC is included in the download, and all the other
Probably.
stuff is
You probably still have to buy the DLC to actually use it,
Yeah,
but it's probably all included in.
yeah, I'm sure everything else is just like unlocks and stuff like that, or compatibility downloads are all included in it. But yeah, big week for backward compatibility.
I'm pretty excited. I loved Battlefield Bad Company 2. That was a really good one.
Man, they need Third Strike.
Yeah, they do.
They need Third Strike.
We do. So bad.
Especially if fucking Ultra Street Fighter 2 fucking bombs.
I'm sure Sony's holding some shit up with fighting games showing up on Xbox. I wouldn't be shocked.
They've been spending so much money on their exclusives. Like it's the reason why Street Fighter V exists right now is because of Sony.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, man. Anyway, we should get on to our reviews because, again, we still have an interview with Enrique Quartz of super hyper mega awesome super crazy team. I forget the company name. It's a big company. Super mega team. I'll just go with super mega team to talk about Rise and Shine.
I can pull it up like
go ahead.
5 seconds.
Super awesome hyper dimensional mega team.
Fuck, I just pulled it up.
Yes.
Super awesome hyper dimensional mega team.
But awesome interview coming up for the game Rise and Shine, which is fantastic. Expect our review next week on the show. But we do have a handful of reviews to cover right now. Wood, did you want to hang around for these, or did you want to bounce?
Dude, I've been holding you guys up a lot, but if you guys want me around, I can stick around. I got time.
It doesn't matter. All I know is that
bore you to death.
There's going to be 2 reviews in the middle here that we recorded separately, so Wood, you're not going to be a part of them.
That's okay.
The beauties of editing. Let's just kick things off then. The first game to talk about is called Spheroids, developed and published by Eclipse Games. You might recognize them from Super Toy Cars, and one of the first guests that we've had on our show when we switched over to our new format of like reviews and interviews and stuff. So they are back with the new game Spheroids, released January 10th on the PS4 and the Vita for $7.99, and it is a cross-buy title. It is coming soon, hopefully later this month, to the Xbox One as well. In Spheroids, you take control of Lucas, a jumpy Canadian boy who sets out on an adventure with his crazy scientist companion Otto after it's discovered that the government has been hiding alternative universes from the cubic world that they live in. Unfortunately, these alternative universes contain spheres that wish to turn everything around, so it's up to Lucas to save the world from these dangerous aliens, the Spheroids. Gameplay-wise, this is like Pang or Buster Brothers with a full-on campaign.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't mean like Pang Adventures where you do a stage, you destroy all the balloons, and then you move on to another stage. Like, this is platforming Pang. And it is cool as fuck. Like, I am lucky enough that I got to play in an early build of this in development back in like probably early alpha stage. At the time, they didn't even have controller inputs working right, so when my Xbox controller was plugged in, he would constantly move to the right. That's how early in development I got to check this game out, and I had to go through platforming constantly, like, holding left on the pad and, like, letting go so I could just bounce left and right.
Wow.
But now that the controls work properly and the game is finished, it's got solid platforming mechanics, solid shooting mechanics. It is, if you were a fan of the Buster Brothers style games or Pang Adventures, which released recently, this is a fun twist on it where there's actual platforming, story, there's upgrades that you could buy. It's just a really, really cool game. I do have a minor gripe, and it's mainly in the Vita version of the game. You could tell the game was designed for larger screens. So when there's like text and talking, some of the text could be really tough to read on the smaller Vita screen.
Well, that sucks.
And that might be my only real complaint with the game.
Yeah, that's such a tiny little complaint.
I know. Like, I love Pang games, so I might be a little bit biased in the fact that I'm a fan of these style of games to begin with. Buster Brothers in the arcade was my shit. Churchill Cinema, when I was like 5-6 years old, going to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the theater, and they had a Buster Brothers machine in there that I would fucking play all the time. So I love Buster Brothers, and getting a Buster Brothers style game with an actual platforming and story mode is just, especially for $8.
Yeah, not terrible.
It's only $8.
I'm being like somewhat like trying to bring you down because you're super excited. So I'm like, not bad.
I am excited about this game. Like, I'm so happy it's out. From what I could tell, they're working on getting it released on Steam. It is still in green light right now, so hopefully it'll make it through there.
Crazy that it's out on PlayStation before Steam.
I know. They're just trying to get through the green light process. I believe last week or the week before, I actually tweeted out a link to the green light page. Give it a look, give it a vote, check out the game. Personally, I'm giving it a buy it because I think the cheap price, the amount of content in the game, and just the solid gameplay. I think some people might not be too sold on the visuals with the blocky visual aspect of the game, but it's basically part of the story in that they're a cubic race and they're being oppressed by the Spheroids.
Nice.
So yeah, Spheroids in my eyes is a buy it, and I cannot wait for it to come to the Xbox One as well, so I could start all over and play it again. Again, my only real negatives are that the game doesn't really work as well on the Vita due to the smaller screen, and some of the text is hard to read, especially in they're constantly adding new mechanics, like there's a grappling hook sections, there's warping so that it's like front of the stage and back of the stage, like it's split between dimensions kind of, and when he goes to the back, it makes it tougher to see on the smaller screen, and especially when he talks in the back plane. But aside from that, love it. Do it.
Cool.
All right, next two games to talk about. We have a 2-pack of horror games, and joining us, because when we have horror games, there's only one person to call, and that is Cole Martin, Eternal Rage. Cole, how are you doing today?
I'm hanging in there. How are you?
Yeah.
That was a loaded question. I didn't anticipate that.
I'm on the spot. I'm good. Fuck. Blew it again. So yeah, you covered two nice freaky horror games for us, Sylvio and Nevermind. Which one do you want to tackle first?
Probably Nevermind, and also I'm going to send you guys the bill for my blood pressure medicine.
Sweet. So Nevermind, developed and published by Flying Mollusk, which, by the way, I love their company name, and the fact that such a goofy company name made such a fucked up horror game is incredible. It released January 11th on the Xbox One for $19.99. Nevermind ushers you into a dark and surreal worlds within the minds of trauma patients. I do want to point out, they want this made very clear, the Steam version, as well as VR through Vive and Oculus, supports biofeedback technology. And when played with biofeedback technology via a standard webcam or a supported heart rate sensor, Nevermind picks up on indications of fear, lashing out if you allow your feelings of anxiety to get the better of you. So basically, if you're playing this with that kind of technology and like the camera and the heart rate sensor and whatnot, the game will actively fuck with you if you're getting scared.
That is awesome.
They told me they were unable to get it in the Xbox version of the game, but there's always the potential for it to show up in the future.
With Kinect.
Yeah.
But
that's actually really awesome.
There are some small moments you will notice, like if you're clicking a little excessively or whatever, it'll still creep in.
Nice. But yeah, they did want to make it known that the biofeedback technology, for the most part, is not in the Xbox version. I mean, based on what you've mentioned at so far, the game is still sufficiently scary.
Oh, yeah.
But I did want to make it clear that the biofeedback tech is not available officially in the Xbox One version of the game. They wanted me to make sure that was clear, and if you're looking for that stuff, to definitely check into the game on Steam. But Cole, what are your thoughts on this game? Tell us about it.
Okay, the human mind is a curious thing, and the developers from Flying Mollusk are inviting players to step inside the tumultuous psyches of psychological trauma survivors. Welcome to the Neurostalgia Institute, where players become the newest neuroprober on staff. Neuroprobers are special physicians that are trained to go inside their clients' minds and peel back the layers of trauma to help their client cope with their experiences. Nevermind's opening sequence is surprisingly mundane, whereas the player is able to snoop around the Neurostalgia lobby and admire the photographs of Kickstarter backers who have been immortalized in the game.
Oh, that's cool.
A registration process has the player insert their name and acknowledge a disclaimer for disturbing content. Upon completion of registration, the player is then able to enter their own office, complete with their name on the door. Inside the office, you'll find a computer system where players can choose a client file to activate. Currently, there are 4 clients available, as well as a tutorial simulation. Once the client's imprint has been activated, the player can then walk into a chamber adjacent to their office where their psyche becomes merged with the client's. A brief cutscene plays with a voiceover of the client, giving a little glimpse of who they are. Little clues to the cause of the traumatic event can be picked up from these cutscenes. Once inside the mind of the client, it's up to the player to explore and uncover memory photos to help the client with their fears by solving abstract puzzles. Traumatic experiences. Oh, I scrolled too far. I'm sorry.
This is what happens when you just go off a script instead of making it more personal.
Yeah. Traumatic experiences can have unpredictable consequences on the human mind, especially when left untreated, and this manifests in the game with the mind lashing out in terrifying ways as it attempts to cope with the disturbances. In one instance, the player may be reliving a client casually cleaning up their apartment, only to turn around and find the room splattered in blood and in disarray just a few seconds later.
Oh, God.
While the very premise of exploring the memories of a trauma survivor is enough to send chills down a person's spine, the real beauty in Nevermind is not how the player responds to the game, but how the game responds to the player. Nevermind explores the world of biofeedback in gaming to crank the creepy factor up to 11. Those fortunate enough to play the game on PC or in virtual reality can sync peripherals to the game to monitor their heart rate or facial expressions for signs of distress. The more anxious the player is, the more the game ratchets up the scares. To master the game, the player must first master their own anxiety.
God, that's so fucked up.
That because I can't handle horror games, so a game like that would just torture me.
See, I would love to see you and Chris play this game with the biofeedback together.
I refuse.
Oh, man.
Well, actually, together would probably be easier because you have somebody else there with you.
And the winner is the one who shits last.
Oh, I don't shit myself, probably.
Unfortunately, most of the added glory of the biofeedback system is lost in translation with the Xbox One version, but Nevermind does still manage to adjust itself to some player behavior despite its limitations. Erratically clicking throughout the world, lingering in an area, or darting around the world will cause the game to up the difficulty, forcing the player to change their tactics or risk being sent back to the safe place at the beginning of the client's mind to calm down before trying again. Should the player manage to uncover all 10 of the client's memory photos, they must then return to a board located in the safe place, and while recalling the clues they've encountered from throughout the memory, determine which of the 10 memory photos are actually relevant to the client's trauma and which 5 are the psyche's attempt to cover up and cope. While it's difficult to not focus on the what might have been if biofeedback had been implemented to the degree in the Xbox One version for Nevermind as it had been in other formats, it is nevertheless an eye-opening game to experience. Nevermind successfully peels back the layers of trauma, giving the topic the seriousness it deserves, while piquing players' morbid curiosity and making it nearly impossible to look away from what might happen next. Even players that tend to shy away from horror games could find themselves intrigued by the concept. Buy it.
That sounds so good.
This is the one horror game that's like, I don't think I would want to play it, but it looks so interesting.
It's so hard to put down because you're just like, what could possibly happen to this person next? With every single one of the clients, you just never know where it's going to turn. And you just can't look away from it, like no matter how paranoid you are of what's going to happen. And the way that they added in the biofeedback, I've seen some videos of it being played on Steam and with the biofeedback on. And in one instance, the guy just started absolutely freaking out, and so the whole room just closed in on him, and milk was pouring down the walls, and he was literally drowning in the milk until he got himself to calm down and make it go away.
Wow.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, just I can't imagine doing it in VR. Like, it's one thing to be anxious and watching it, but with VR, with like the outside deprivation, and you are literally in that world, no, you wouldn't be paying for my blood pressure medicine, you'd be paying for my heart surgery.
I believe it.
I'm trying to think what I said in the one email with the person I was chatting with for the PR. Let me see if I could find it quick. I know it was mentioning something about can you imagine the notch on your like press release sheet? It's like fatalities 3.
Yeah.
Like, you could brag about that shit. Like, yeah, our game is so scary that we murdered people.
I mean, it legitimately forces you to acknowledge in a disclaimer that you're going to see disturbing shit before you're even allowed to walk through the door.
Oh, man.
That's pretty cool.
I will say
and that's
that
not the first disclaimer it gives you.
I am trying to get someone from the team onto our show for an interview, and if that happens, Cole, I'm dragging you on.
I want to be there because I want to know what the fuck, who hurt them. What is their trauma?
Yeah,
In addition, the Steam version has a Hall of Fear, by the way, and everybody that donated got to suggest their fears.
Oh, God.
And they actually made little statues of everybody's fear and put it in the room. And if it's in the Xbox version, I couldn't find it. So I know for a fact it is in the Steam version, though.
That is cool as hell. I'd imagine they would keep that in, but I guess you never know.
Nah, it may have just been like in some far-off corner I didn't manage to make it to yet. But
maybe some kind of Easter egg or something.
Yeah.
But
damn. I want to find it. It sounds neat.
That sounds so awesome. I definitely plan on grabbing this game as soon as I get some Xbox funds that I'm able to part with.
That sounds weird.
That one
able
looks...
to part with?
Well, I had a few bucks, but I ended up grabbing this week's Rock Band songs. I didn't have enough. I didn't have $20 for the game. So
Joe, always with the Rock Band. So
goddamn right, it's with the Rock Band stuff.
Nobody's surprised by Rock Band.
At MagFest this past week, they had Rock Band in the game room, and they had like a few hundred songs, and I was just come on, like, are you serious? I brought my system with me mainly to try playing some review stuff when I had downtime. I talked with my one friend who helps run the game room, and I was like, listen, the Rock Band setup here sucks. Do you want me to just bring mine down? And the best part of all that was that my hard drive with all my Rock Band songs was at home, so I had to spend an entire night on the god-awful Gaylord National Harbor Convention Center's shit-tastic Wi-Fi downloading 2,200 songs.
It sounds so offensive when you say the name.
Listen, Gaylord. Yes. That's an interesting name you have. Yeah, we know. So, yeah, my Rock Band saved the day once again at MagFest, because instead of people having a few hundred songs to play, they had 2,200. So I'm awesome.
Jeez.
Anyway, other game to talk about is called Sylvio. This one is developed and published by Stroboskop, I think, or Stroboskop, one of them. Fun spelling. This one releases January 14th on the Xbox One for $12.99. 14th? Is that the right date? No, it's probably the 13th.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, why the hell did I have the 14th? I blame someone else. It's easily their fault. God damn it, CJ, stop fucking with my notes. Releases January 13th on Xbox One for $12.99. Sylvio is a psychological horror game set in a tranquil, disturbing atmosphere. Help ghost recorder Juliet Waters face an evil curse and a wicked family cult with her microphone and the voices of the dead. Cole, what about this one?
Yay.
I was going to say hello.
I gotta read things. Shit.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta go clicking through. Okay, I'm good. All right. Set deep in the wilderness, Saginaw Family Park was at one point a popular tourist destination for families. Following its destruction as a result of a landslide in 1971, the park was shut down permanently. Juliet Waters lives near the park and sees it as a potential gold mine for recording electronic voice phenomenon. Now my dog wants to make a racket. I'm sorry.
This is
Well,
a
it's
weird
no worse
review.
than Joe's cat.
Lay down. She sets out one night with her trusty reel-to-reel recorder to sneak into the abandoned park, but Juliet may record more than she bargained for. It's such a horrible, scary thing, and I'm trying to talk about it, and the dog is just making such a racket. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't fuck up. Big old hateful dog. All right. Arriving at the park in the middle of the night, Juliet is armed with her recorder and a flashlight. Saginaw Park is an impressively large open world, and it doesn't take Juliet long to encounter creepy sounds and settings as she begins exploring. There's no map, however, and so Juliet and the player is at the mercy of using the recorder's microphone as their sole guide to hunting down apparitions. This is actually an interesting approach for a horror game, as the sense of anxiety and dread grows monumentally when you have no choice but to walk straight toward a noise that could potentially be dangerous. Upon tracking down the source of the spooky noises, Juliet will take notes on what the dead have to say. Some apparitions are more talkative, though, and the more complex messages need to be deciphered by altering them with the reel-to-reel recorder. Juliet can also perform seances at times to further her communication with the spirits that haunt the park. After a bit of exploring, it becomes apparent that the history of Saginaw Park is much darker than originally thought. Sylvio excels in creating a terrifying atmosphere with its use of haunting audio recordings, but falls unfortunately short in the visuals department. The primary antagonists of the game take the form of black shadow orbs and giant black shadow people, neither of which seem particularly troubling. They both, however, will attack Juliet and are cause for alarm despite their lackluster detailing. Both the orbs and the shadow ghosts can be dispatched by using a blunderbuss that Juliet picks up rather early. The blunderbuss... Yeah. The blunderbuss is air-powered. Yeah, right? Using cans of pesticides scattered throughout the park, and can fire either blunt objects such as potatoes and rocks in order to interact with the world, for the occasional puzzle or sharp objects such as nails to eliminate the more malevolent spirits. The need for antagonistic spirits and a way to overcome them seems like necessary requirements for a horror game, but the action of firing on the ghosts also seems contradictory to Juliet's mellow demeanor and characteristic desire to help the dead she encounters. While Sylvio has its quirks and occasional hiccups, the game as a whole wraps up into a wonderfully creepy package of dread. Buy it.
Sounds good.
It
Sounds
is
weird.
good.
Who the fuck does this? Like, why would you ever go out and try to find spirits? Why?
That's her whole job, though. That's her whole modus operandi, if you will, is that she records
I don't know what that
ghosts.
word means.
Means of operation.
God damn it, CJ.
Well, I mean,
Can we get him a dictionary for when I'm going to be on?
We just can't use big words when he's around.
I know words. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious or whatever.
I have the best words. I'm great with words.
Words, they're around me. I know 'em.
But yeah,
Sounds like two really, really solid horror games.
indeed, they were both very good, and both in their own ways. They both had it's typical of indie games to have some things that are off or odd or out of place. Like, it just seemed weird in Sylvio for her to be like, oh, I'm gonna pick up a gun that uses pesticide air and shoot the ghosts with nails, when she gives this big monologue at the beginning about how she wants to help them.
I just like the fact that there's a goddamn blunderbuss.
Exactly.
It's
Such
just
a
one,
weird
like,
thing.
Everything I've read is referred, oh, it's a shotgun. No, trust me, that thing is a blunderbuss. I have played enough old-fashioned games to recognize a blunderbuss.
I was waiting for you to say, like, I own 7 shotguns and 3 blunderbusses. Are they blunderby? What would it be?
What I know, I was starting to stutter over whether it should be blunderbusses or blunderby. Well, I don't know. I think it would be blunderbuss because it's a buses that drive her bus.
All right, listeners, that is your homework for next week.
Let's not make it.
I would think it would be buses.
complicated.
Blunderbussize.
Yeah, blunderbusside just doesn't sound right. I think it's blunderbuses.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot. You can only buy one game. Which one is it?
Never mind.
All right, cool.
That was so quick and solid.
Not even gonna. Yeah, Sylvio is good. Don't get me wrong, but never mind. Just I don't know. It's all the right spots.
I could tell just from the reviews that you were definitely enjoying Nevermind more.
Nevermind actively hates you more.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm masochist.
I want to take a second.
Fuck my world.
I want to take a second to appreciate the name of the game, Nevermind, because when I jumped in Shiz's stream and I mentioned that I was looking for you to talk to about the one game, and Jordan asked what's the name of the game, and I just said Nevermind. He's like, well, fuck you too. I'm like, no, the name of the game is Nevermind. I'm not telling you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I've had a good time just kind of mumbling, oh, I'm gonna go play Nevermind, and everybody thinks I'm mad, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna go play Nevermind.
Hey, what game are you playing? Nevermind, asshole.
Well, thanks for making me look like a dick for a week. That's nice.
So any final words on those two games? Any final statement that you want to throw out there for the two of them?
They're both very good. Even when I seem like I'm being a little harsh on one or the other, or that I have a preference, they're both very good games, and they're both very fitting for their genre, and they're enjoyable, and they should both be picked up.
Sounds
It's
good.
like the Little Acre.
Not the Little Acre, though. Play the Little Acre, but don't expect anything magical.
All right, you can go.
All right. We are moving on from this conversation. Cole, thank you for your report as always.
Thanks for putting up with me.
CJ.
What?
Editing. Fucking editing.
Well, that was awesome, Eternal. Thanks for showing up. Too bad you're not here now.
What did you think, Wood? Is your mic off?
He's eating a sandwich.
I think his mic's off. His mic's off as he eats his sandwich.
There we go. Got it. Yeah, that sounded cool. Yeah, I literally turned my. Yeah, I've been trying to eat this sandwich. My freaking tuna fish, egg, bunch of shit sandwich.
Sounds awful.
Oh, well, since your microphone was muted, I guess you completely missed Eternal Rage talking about Sylvio and Nevermind, two horror games that she gave hearty buy-it ratings.
Although one of them sounded a lot like a try it to me.
Well, I think they're both buy-its. It's just one is more of a buy-it.
Yeah, on the scale of buy it, one's like buy it, and one's like
oh my
buy
God.
it.
Wood. Holy shit. We need to get you to try Nevermind on Steam.
Nevermind on Steam. Ooh, wait, why does that sound familiar? Why does that sound familiar?
Because you
Why
enjoy
does that sound?
you enjoy horror games.
I do. Let's see. Okay, it's why the fuck does it have VR options? What the fuck?
VR isn't necessary, just an option. This game features, if you were listening to Eternal's review, which your microphone was muted, so of course you weren't able to hear it. It has biofeedback technology where if you have a webcam hooked up and focused on your face, like it can detect the nervousness in your face and like your eyes darting around. If you have some kind of device that's capable of registering your pulse with the game, it can affect the game that way as well. So basically, the more scared you get playing this game, the more it's going to fuck with you.
Oh, okay. This sounds like a perfect game to be streaming.
It does.
Yeah.
Sounds like a perfect YouTuber's delight.
I'm going to get back in touch with with my good friends at Flying Mollusk and see if we could get a Steam code for you to check out.
Yeah, if you do, I mean, it's only $20 though. That's the thing.
Well, it's up to you if you want to grab it.
It's let me know.
He steps back from the.
Because
I'm gonna purchase.
Well, let me know.
I know we're trying to get them on for an interview, hopefully next month sometime. I know they're getting busy with PAX South coming up, but hopefully we get them on soon. And if we're getting them on, I know Eternal Rage, Cole wants to come on. Maybe I could get you on for that one as well if you give the game a go. But I want to learn more about biofeedback, and I want to know how well it fucks with you, because they were unable to get it to work on the Xbox version.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Even with the Kinect?
Even I guess just the steps that they had to go through, they weren't able to get it done. They said it's not off the table, so possibly in the future it might happen, or even if they do like a PlayStation VR version of the game in the future, it's possible to happen. But for now, the majority of the biofeedback stuff is all limited to the Steam.
Gotcha. Okay.
Although Cole was saying that, like, if you're playing the game and you're like frantically clicking around a room trying to find stuff, it can detect how much you're like clicking around, and it could fuck with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're a StarCraft 2 pro, might not be the best game for you.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I gotta get you on this game now.
Does the game glitch out once you hit 300 actions per minute?
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. But yeah, we're going to have to get you to check that one out. Next game to talk about, though, is called Friday Night Bullet Arena. This one is developed and published by Red Nexus Games. It released January 13th on the Xbox One for $9.99. Friday Night Bullet Arena is a top-down multiplayer shoot-a-thon with a twist. Each player only gets one bullet. You can catch your own bullet to fire again, but catching other bullets is not recommended because it kills you. This is a really, really cool twist on like a local multiplayer versus game. Like, we've covered a number of local multiplayer battle arena style games, or like just local party versus stuff. This game, all controls and all movement is grid based. So you can move up, down, left, right, and every time you move, it's just one space at a time. It's not free movement. The round counts down. And then, 1 to 4 players, you got to be the last one standing. You can shoot someone, or they could shoot you. If your bullets connect, they bounce back, and, nothing happens. There is screen wrap if there's no walls up. Like, there's walls that could be up to keep bullets in or to keep people from falling off, because you can bump into people and knock them off the stage to count as a kill as well. It's just, there's a lot of unique mechanics in this game that you don't really see in a lot of local multiplayer games. This is not a game for single players. There is no bot mode. There's no single player story mode. This is local party style gaming strictly. Also, achievement hunters. There's some crazy achievements in this game. So
crazy,
including 2 odd-numbered achievements. So, But hey, if you're gonna perfect the game, you're gonna get them all anyway.
Sounds like I dodged a bullet.
You motherfucker! You motherfucker! Mechanics-wise, I really enjoy the unique take on a local multiplayer game. Everyone only having a single bullet is neat. Like, you could shoot the bullet out and avoid it, and it'll just screen wrap around or bounce around on the walls, and it kind of locks off a section of the map. And cool. If you could either force someone over there, or if you could bump them off, of course, if you do that, you don't have a bullet to shoot anymore. So it's all about, as we like to say, strategery. I will always say strategery.
Strategery.
Yeah, it's a really cool game. Again, because it is so limiting in playing it, the best I could do with this game with most local games is a try it, because if you don't have anyone to play it with, there's not much there to do.
Right.
But I really enjoy playing this with friends. Is a fun, unique game to play. I love how different it is compared to everything else. But if you're a solo gamer, there's just nothing there for you. So,
exactly. Sadly, with nobody to play with, I wasn't interested.
CJ could only play with himself.
Yep.
Every day.
You just need to make some friends.
Yeah.
I can make some friends anytime I want to.
You say that.
I also did run into a handful of glitches with Friday Night Bullet Arena. I don't know if it was, if it's been patched yet, because I know the game just came out, it's very possible it was in a launch day patch. If I had 4 players in a game, and like when we started over, things would act all kind of fucky. Like, one of the controllers would just like back out of the game for some reason without any kind of prompt. You would just get back to the player select and it would back out of the player just dropped for some reason. And then if you played again, as soon as the first person won a round, like everything hung.
Huh.
So hopefully those issues are fixed, but you know, the majority that I played was like one-on-one, you know, because I have a wife who plays games with me because she loves me.
And the cat.
Yeah, I wish I could teach the cats. I've been trying. But yeah, really cool stuff. Hopefully all the bugs are fixed by now. I would imagine that there's some kind of launch patch to take care of them. Hey, that's the beauty of playing stuff before release for the show. But
yeah,
try it, especially if you have friends. If you have if you have a game night with your friends, buy this one to play it. If you occasionally have friends come over, try it. If you don't have friends, go fuck yourself. Next game to talk about is called Dead Effect 2. That's what I was waiting for. Developed and published by BadFly Interactive. It released January 13th on Xbox One. It is coming to the PS4 January 18th for $11.99. Dead Effect 2 is the newest addition to the acclaimed Dead Effect franchise. The action sci-fi shooter is looking to push the boundaries of first-person shooters to new levels with slick graphics, rich narrative, and RPG elements. CJ, I know you have been raving about this one all week. So give it to us.
Don't give that away. I was going to start it out negative and then work
this
it
game
up.
could suck a dick because it's amazing.
Dead Effect 2 is new to Xbox One. Finally, I've been waiting for this game to come out since I've heard it was coming out because I was a fan of the first one on PC. It was a game that I really enjoyed, and I really enjoy good FPS games. So I was excited, and from my recollection, there's only been 2 indie FPS games I've actually really enjoyed on Xbox One, and that was Tower of Guns and Bedlam. So let's see how that goes. It didn't start out too well. I was hit with a glitch almost immediately, where the person I was supposed to meet at the end of the first mission was unable to be interacted with. A little bit frustrated, I decided to quit out and reload to see if that fixed it, and to my surprise, there was it turns out there's no mid-mission saving. So I had to actually restart the entire level. Obviously, I was a bit annoyed, and my first impression wasn't good. But from there, everything else has worked normally. I haven't had a single glitch since.
Nice.
So that's always nice. It's just, it's a shame that it like happened immediate. So I was like, a first impression wasn't good, and then it's like, I've never had a glitch since. It's just weird.
Hey, shit happens. That's the beauty of video games. Shit can
exactly.
happen.
After that mission, I started to really love the game. The shooting is solid and fun, while also a bit challenging and rewarding. I found myself getting excited every time I came across a new weapon or armor, and feeling genuinely excited to play the next mission. The gameplay is very solid, as I said. The game is your standard FPS, but has some RPG elements tied to it. The guns feel good and are fun to use. There's a small but nice variety of weapons to use, as well as a nice variety of upgrades to make your weapons better. There are 2 main enemy types that you will see throughout the majority of the game, zombies and soldiers. The zombies go down rather easily with headshots, but are usually grouped up to make it a challenge. There are a lot of moments where you're in a small corridor with a group of like 20 zombies slowly chasing you. And when I say slowly, they are very slow. And when you have to reload, it can be hectic to keep them off of you. But when a zombie gets close enough to you, they have a sudden burst of speed and kind of lunge at you to hurt you. And then they'll fall on the ground if they miss, and they kind of crawl around on the ground for a bit. It's kind of funny. Luckily, one bite won't do that much. Everything about standard zombies is just a numbers game. So if you don't get completely surrounded, you should be fine.
Nice.
However, there are other types of zombies thrown into the mix to make it harder. For example, there are some chainsaw zombies, which are very reminiscent of Resident Evil chainsaw wielders.
Oh, God.
They take so much damage. Like I was running around for literally 5 minutes shooting the same guy. Granted, my weapons were a little bit underpowered for my level because I hadn't realized exactly how to change out weapons yet, so I was still using really low level weapons, and so I was running around the same area just in circles shooting the same guy for 5 minutes until I killed him. But it was fun still. There are also grenadier zombies who throw a grenade at you, and wow, does it hurt like shit. That takes all your health almost immediately. The other main enemy types are soldiers, which can be a bit bullet spongy, but they don't do much damage and are only really annoying because of how much you have to shoot them and how incredibly accurate they are. You poke your head out for even a second and they're shooting the hell out of you already. But they don't do that much damage, so the incredible accuracy is probably needed for them. Only way they'd actually have a chance. The game also really surprised me with the boss fights, something I wasn't expecting in this game. I enjoyed the difference between each bosses I fought, although I do have to complain about the Sentinel of Death boss because it was a bit too easy due to the fact that he gets stuck on the pillars, and about 3/4 of the way into the battle, he just got stuck and didn't even attack. I'm not sure what happened, but he just let me shoot him for the rest of his health bar.
Easy mode.
I don't know. I didn't like that part only because he got stuck. I hope that something can be fixed with that boss fight to maybe make it so he doesn't get stuck on the pillars in his boss room. But I don't know. I like the way death is handled in the game. If you die, which is pretty rare on normal difficulty, you can buy your way back into life for a small price. And when you respawn, you have full ammo, and all of your enemies, including bosses, keep the damage that they took, making it easier when you get killed with only a few shots left on the boss. And I totally didn't do that or anything. Nah, dude surprised me. I didn't know that he had one attack, and then he used it, and it took out the rest of my health.
Nice.
And I didn't heal because I figured, oh, I'm avoiding everything he's throwing at me. The game has a decent length with a lot of replayability. The campaign spans around 20 levels, and there's also survival mode and other modes to keep you playing and busy, as well as the desire to keep leveling up your character and getting new gear. It has an odd feeling of an older shooter like Quake 4, but actually good, and looks awesome. The graphics in the game are top-notch for a small development team. If you're wondering what I meant by old shooter, I'll explain. There are a couple of things that make it feel like it's older, like the fact that you switch weapons with the D-pad, and that hasn't been done in most games for a long time, as well as the fact that you have a health bar that doesn't just recharge over time, but you actually need to find a healing station or pick up a med kit and use it from your inventory.
Oh, wow. No regenerating health.
Something I really liked in this game. Also, 100 achievements. Like, holy shit.
That's a lot of achievements.
So many for an indie game. Each mission has 4 achievements, which require you to play each mission differently if you want to get them all, as well as some general stuff that'll take a while. Like, you got to kill like 10,000 zombies. That'll take a little while.
Damn.
It is an impressive list and definitely feels well thought out as well as fun. Like, each mission has different things. Some of them are repeats over the course of a few missions, but it's still it requires you to play the mission specifically or in different ways, and there's stuff that's only available in that mission that you get to do. It's a lot of fun to play through and try to get every achievement in each mission. Overall, I love this game. It is one of my favorite shooters on Xbox One due to the old school feel with the current gen graphics. For a criminally underpriced cost of $11.99, it's an absolute buy it right now. Or you aren't my friend anymore, unless you don't have the money, because I feel you, bro.
As you're talking, I was actually looking at the trailer for it. Dude, I get the feeling. It feels like if Doom was on a slightly smaller budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, it looks so good.
It is so good. $11.99. Come on.
Yeah, that's ridiculously cheap.
Dead Effect 2, you guys over there at BadFly definitely have my attention for the future.
Sweet. I know they're working on some other stuff as well, so hopefully we could keep checking their stuff out, and maybe we could even convince them to come on sometime. That'd be cool.
I would love to talk to them about the game because this game is incredible. It's definitely my absolute favorite indie first-person shooter. Nice.
Yeah, I know when it first released on mobile, they got they got some flack because it wasn't other games. Like it was, I don't know what they've been compared to, but I'm sure people are like, oh, this isn't Doom or this isn't Call of Duty. And I hate that shit. Like,
but it's like it's a mobile game.
Judge a game based on what it is. Like, this is a team of 11 people doing an indie game. Don't compare it to a $60 AAA title.
I'm surprised it's available on mobile. It doesn't look like the kind of game that would translate to mobile very well, just due to the amazing graphics.
No, well, of course, because it's console, they spruced up the visuals.
Yeah. Well, they didn't spruce it up. They left it the same like the PC version, and mobile probably got a dumbed down version.
Yeah, that's something I take pride in doing on our show, is that we accept games for what they are, not for what they aren't.
And I am genuinely loving this game. Like, I'm going to continue playing it because I'm enjoying it so much. Like, after the review, I normally don't go back to games. This I will continue to play.
Yeah, I plan on playing it tonight because you've been raving about it all week.
I know. I remember texting you on Twitter, like, you need this game.
It shall happen. One last game to talk about before a brief intermission, and then we get to some music, and then our interview. Hunter's Legacy, developed and published by, I hope I say this right, Lienzo. It will release January 20th on the Xbox One, January 24th on the PS4 for $6.99. Hunter's Legacy is an old-school 2D single-player Metroidvania platformer where you control Ikki, a fierce kitty skilled with twin swords and a bow, better known as the Great Huntress of... Not going to try that name.
I love this already.
Yeah, this game is cool as hell. It is visually... I was immediately reminded of like Klasky Scoopo artwork, like Rugrats, Wild Thornberrys, Duckman.
Oh, that's what that means. Because I totally like. I was like, "What did you mean?" And then it's like, Rugrats. Okay, I know what you mean. It
just it gives me that sort of like visually. It gives me that kind of vibe. Everything gorgeous hand drawn look to it. The mechanics, the game feels great. I had some issues aiming the bow. I kind of wish the sensitivity on aiming a bow wasn't as high. Like, I would miss a lot of shots because of how sensitive it was trying to aim stuff.
Oh, is there no way to like change the sensitivity in the
Not
game?
that I saw. I probably have to dick with settings, but it was just when aiming the bow, because when aiming you hold the button to bring up the aiming line and then you fire.
Yeah.
So you're locked in place. You're just standing in place. So
trying
you can
to aim.
Yeah, you can sort of take your time with aiming, but when you're trying to get through something quick, you're just fumbling a lot with it. Big open area, lots to explore, lots to do, lots of skills to get and go back and re-explore. I wish it had a better map system. Like, it has an overworld map where you could see the area that you're in, but there's no... At least that I saw, unless I'm completely missing it, there's no actual in-level map so that you can double-check and see, like, oh, have I been over to this corner? Have I done anything over here? So a lot of it is kind of like trying to backtrack and remember if you've checked everything. Yeah, I wish the mapping was a bit better. Like, they just had a better map in there. Story's pretty cool. The... fairly generic-ish story-wise, but it's enough to keep you going.
I mean, at least it's a cat, so
yeah.
With it.
They say it's a Metroidvania. I have been calling it a Catroidvania because it's cats.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's not a great pun, but it's all right.
This is a 2D Catroidvania. It's not I'm not trying to make it a pun. It's just a cat with Metroidvania. It's a Catroidvania.
That's exactly what a pun is.
Not necessarily.
Okay. Anyway.
Now, if I said that my name for it was Perfect, that'd be a pun.
God damn it. Continue.
Am I scratching the itch that you have for puns?
Oh, God damn it.
Even Wood's mad about that one.
Overall, I'm really digging the game, especially for only $7. Like, there's a lot to do in this game for just $7. Like, it's
That's
a
pretty
big
nice.
game. The artwork is great. Again, my only real complaints with the game is the bow sensitivity, which is a very small problem. The mapping, which, some games they don't really think about having a more detailed map, and then the grunting of the main character.
Sounds like you need to turn down the volume then.
Was that a pun? Because I didn't hear
Yes.
anything.
Yes, the need thing, because they need. They do that thing with their claws. They need. You fucking. You should know cats, and yet you fucked up.
Okay.
Continue. I failed.
That
Or
wasn't
you did.
that wasn't that good.
You know what? Your stupid pun wasn't good either.
Puns aren't supposed to be good.
Then don't correct me, damn it.
Yeah, it's not that the voice acting is bad, it's just it seems like there's only 3 or 4 distinct grunts for every attack, every jump, everything you do, and it just gets repetitive. I wish I could turn off just the audio of the grunting and the it bugged me. That's about it. Otherwise, for $7, a lot of fun. Definitely giving this one a buy it. Lots to do, big game, fun game. Did you get any time with it, CJ?
No, I didn't get any time because I've been playing Dead Effect 2 all the time.
Did you forget?
Is this game on PC by any chance?
It is. It's on Steam.
So that means I can play it with a meows?
God! Whoa!
I mean, technically, you could still just call it a mouse.
But it didn't sound as funny if you didn't call it a mouse. You walked right into that one.
I think Wood's getting furious about this.
You motherfuckers.
It's a catastrophe.
God!
Wood, you just got to stop being a pussy about this.
Aw.
Oh God! So yeah, that's I guess that's all the reviews. A recap: Sylvio gets a buy it. Nevermind gets a really big buy it. Hunter's Legacy is a buy it. Dead Effect is a oh my god buy it. Friday Night Bullet Arena comes down to whether or not you have friends, because really all local multi games are kind of like that. And Spheroids is a buy it. So awesome week. And I originally thought we weren't going to have shit to talk about. So
Yay!
Yeah.
And more to talk about next week.
a lot of great stuff out. And Rise and Shine, which we're going to have an interview coming up right after a brief break. Music, I am going to play some tunes from the band Steel Samurai that I met at MagFest. Awesome people. They have an EP available now on their Bandcamp, so make sure to check our write-up and our info. I can't word today. But check out their Bandcamp, grab the EP, 5 songs, $5, do it up.
That's only $1 a song.
Yeah. Hey, Wood, do you have any final words to end the segment before the interview kicks in?
Nope.
God damn it! I was hoping you'd have a cat pun. That would have been really funny.
No, I have to be smart for that, dude.
I'm trying to think of something on the spot, and I can't.
No, don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
I got to think of something now.
No, you don't. No, just don't give it to it, dude.
You don't want me to litter this episode with
God
cat
damn it.
puns?
Fuck.
Welcome back, everyone. I am joined at this time, calling all the way from Spain, Enrique Cortes of... Let me take a deep breath before I say the company name. Super awesome hyperdimensional mega team.
Yes, you did it right.
Enrique, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Thanks a lot for the chance to talk to you guys.
Well, thank you for coming on and joining us. CJ, you're still hanging around too for this, right?
Still, wait.
We're
Okay,
editing.
Sure.
Editing. Just play along.
Yep. Okay.
God, you're terrible at this. You'd think after a few months you would get used to this.
Well, I didn't know that we were doing this. It's been like a week.
Yeah, I just took like a week and a half to 2 weeks off to go to a convention in the U.S. called MagFest. So I'm checked out. I've been checked out for months, but like I'm extra checked out right now.
All right.
So, super awesome hyper-dimensional mega team. You are just now releasing the game Rise and Shine on Steam and Xbox One. For those who don't know what the game is, give us the sales pitch of Rise and Shine.
Well, Rise and Shine is kind of a mix of different genres, like a bit of a shooter, bit of a run and gun game. It has some puzzles, some cover mechanics. I think it's like something new you haven't played before. You combine all those things. To be honest, yeah. Some people just takes a look at the game and think instantly, oh yeah, this is another like indie puzzle platformer or another indie run and gun. Meh, I don't want to play that. But we get that a lot for some reason, and we actually put a lot of effort to have something fresh in all the games we make, yeah, to add something to the genre, and I think we actually achieved that here, yeah. So yeah, we'll talk more about the game, I guess, later, yeah. But that's more or less the pitch I want to your listeners to hear, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I am absolutely loving the time I've put in the game so far. I have been out of town, so I haven't put as much time into it as I've wanted, but when I do fire it up, I can't stop playing. It is just a beautiful game. It's very fluid. It's I'm really, really digging it, and I'm glad that it came to Xbox One for sure.
Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, it's been a lot of work, man. It's like it's been 3 years of really hard work to have this finished, and we try to polish all the bugs, to polish all the mechanics, to make sure that everything works properly, and I hope it shows. Yeah.
Oh, it definitely does. It's especially visually. This is just such a beautiful, beautiful game.
I mean, I can agree with Joe on that. I love the art style.
Oh, thanks a lot. I guess, well, we are a team of 4, so we are 2 programmers and 2 artists, and I guess the artists here are winning the battle because we really like to. Yeah. Usually, it's not like that usually, but in our team, it's kind of like that. We artists are really put a lot of effort in making sure that our games look the business. Yeah, a lot of effort into that, and in this game, in this Rise and Shine, we really wanted to go like the extra mile, and especially with the backgrounds. You guys probably noticed that, yeah. The backgrounds are like pretty nice, yeah. Lots of layers and lots of work into them.
Yeah, beautiful.
It was odd how like a 2D game almost felt 3D.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because usually, when you make a 2D game like this, like a run and gun game, like Metal Slug or something like that, backgrounds are made out of the same elements all the time. Yeah, you make a tree or 2, and you just kind of repeat them out, during the whole level, and you make like a texture for the floor, for the platform where the player can walk around, and make some buildings here, and you kind of repeat them all during the whole level. But technology is there for making something different, and we actually treated every level as like a giant illustration. So you must see our Photoshop files, man. It's like a 3-meter wide illustrations in each level. With a different. Yeah, it's just crazy. So technology is there already. Yeah, but I think nobody's crazy enough to make something like that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, man. I tell you.
And that's why you've done it, right?
Yeah, sadly, you are crazy like that. You are just crazy like that.
See, we like crazy on this show, so that's good.
Awesome. But yeah, I think actually it shows, yeah, because every step you take into the game is completely different, yeah. The platform where the player is running, you'll see a rock or a collapsed building here, or some kind of I don't know, maybe a crashed mothership somewhere, and yeah, you won't see that anywhere else in the game, yeah. So I think it's something different that people hasn't experienced before in a game like this.
Yeah, it's not just copy-pasted elements and sprites that are just repeating everywhere. It's just it's one giant cohesive design.
Exactly. Yeah. We treated every level like a giant illustration, like a giant canvas, yeah, for us. So, I mean, I don't have anything against making games in the old way, just repeating elements and making textures and all that. Yeah, nothing against that, man. I totally respect that. But yeah, we wanted to make something different, and we gave it all.
I dig it. Really good stuff. Let's talk about a bit about the story, because I have been laughing quite a bit at this game. You're a little boy on Game Earth. Is it just Game Earth or Game Earth? I'm not sure if you guys have a special pronunciation for it, but
I was questioning that too.
No, not really. You actually say it right. It's Game Earth. It's actually the planet where the old video game characters all live, and it gets invaded by the space marines, or the space grunts, as we call it in the game. It's kind of a little joke, about. You probably noticed that in recent years, in recent times, every single AAA game, big budget games, every time the main character is like that. It's like a big muscular guy with a big gun and almost bald all the time, and with with his space armor and lots of little lights everywhere, and it's something like that, and we wanted to make a little joke there, because this time these kind of characters are the bad guys, and they invade. They are from a next gen planet, and they invade Game Earth, where where the all video game characters live. Something like that. It's a little joke, just for people to notice.
I love all the tropes in the game as well, where you finally get an escort mission and he's dead immediately.
I did notice that.
Spoiler alert.
It's early enough in the game. I don't care.
Very early in the game. I mean, I got to it, so very early.
Cool. Yeah, you'll see, there's lots of little jokes here and there, and, little Easter eggs from, all video games that people will recognize instantly, I think. And yeah, it's kind of a very, like a dark humor, yeah? It's not for everyone. It's a very gory game, I can tell you that. It might look like a, very cartoony game, and, with Disney kind of graphics and all that, but I tell you, it's kind of gory, and you have very grim situations here and there.
Yeah, the first time I saw artwork for the game on the Evolve site, I was like, wow, this looks like an interesting... Is this going to be like an action adventure, or like, maybe a Zelda style game? And then I saw screenshots for it. I'm like, this is interesting. This is unique. And then I played it, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking cool.
Cool. No, I'm super glad that you think like that, because some people actually don't give the game a chance, because they think, oh yeah, as I told you before, it's like, this is another run and gun, another indie platformer. I don't want to touch this at all. Yeah, but you actually get to it, it's something completely different and completely fresh. Pacing is completely different from a usual run and gun game like Metal Slug. And there's some different mechanics that you haven't seen on a game like this, on a 2D game, like the cover system, or the different bullets you can use for solving the puzzles you can find in your way, because they are not really puzzles like you have to move like blocks around or anything like that. It's more like a skill puzzles. Yeah, you play the game already, yeah, so you probably know what I mean. Yeah. So
the radio controlled bullets are fun.
They're impossible to control though, and they twitch so easily.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's not about like thinking a lot, or it's just like more like figuring out what you have to do, and then it comes the next step, which is actually making it. Perform what you have to do, because it's tricky. Yeah, it's like skill puzzles. I call them. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I noticed the game is definitely not an easy game either. It seems like from my perspective, it looks like you're lulling people into a false sense of security with the cutesy style graphics, you know, the hand-drawn animation, and then once it gets going, it is just a violent and difficult shooter, and I love that about the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a we made a really tricky game, yeah, because we think, I mean, we come from mobile, yeah. We made two games in mobile, like 7 years ago was the first one, and the two of them were like a very hardcore experiences. You know, even knowing that casual people were playing in mobile actually, and all the hardcore gamers were on PC and consoles. We still made like a super hardcore games, and some people were telling us, "Oh yeah, are you sure you want to release these games on mobile? Because you guys probably like your people, your audience, your potential audience will be more on PC on consoles." Yeah, so that's what we did. Yeah, we made our third game for PC and consoles, which is what we are, yeah, just hardcore games as our audience, yeah, and wanted to make sure that people will have fun and will have a challenge with our game, not making it too easy.
Nice. Yeah, everyone can have an easy game out there. It's the games that don't treat you like a baby that I think are more entertaining.
Sure. Are you guys into like Dark Souls or Bloodborne or something like that?
I think everybody that we ever have on this show is into Dark Souls.
I played Bloodborne for about probably an hour, and I got my ass kicked and then rage quit. That's about my experience with those.
Right. No, it's the same experience with me, man. I just tried Bloodborne like 2 days ago, literally, and I like it. I mean, I haven't played Dark Souls before, and I like what I've seen in Bloodborne, but I still need to get I still need to get or to figure out how to play the game properly, because I still don't know. I get killed all the time. Yeah. Oh my god, that's frustrating. We didn't want to make our game as difficult as that, but it's pretty near. It's pretty close.
What is it with game developers loving Dark Souls? Because nearly every developer we have on, they'll mention that they're playing the Dark Souls series or they're among their favorite games. What is it? Is it the difficulty that draws you to them to see how they made it so difficult yet so accessible?
Maybe it's that. I mean, I'm on the way of liking it. I don't like it yet, but in my case. But yeah, because to be honest here, I mean, I played I think the two Dark Souls games, and I really want to like them. But to be honest here, I'm not a big RPG fan. Yeah, I don't play a lot of RPGs. So I tried Dark Souls and I thought, yeah, this is not for me then. But I'm having a really good time with Bloodborne at the moment, and I plan to finish it. And for sure, I'm gonna suffer for sure a lot. But I enjoying, the combat system is very original, and it's really hardcore. I mean, you have to get your skills like 100% there to be able to advance in the game, yeah. So it's maybe that, it's a very hardcore experience, maybe a bit retro, yeah. It's when the games were merciless. Yeah, maybe it reminds me of that, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
What was your first system growing up?
Oh wow, mine was a Sinclair Spectrum. Yeah, I don't know. You guys in the States had that. Had a computer. It was a little computer with 48K.
Yeah.
Wow, very old times. Man, it was in the early 80s, and games were loaded with tapes. It took to load like 20 minutes or half an hour, and sometimes they didn't load properly and you had to restart again. That was, oh man, I was suicidal sometimes.
I never had one of those myself. One of my friends had one, and I would like check it out when I would visit him. But I was still in, like, even back then I was the console guy with like the ColecoVision and the NES.
Wow. So the ColecoVision was your first gaming device ever then?
Yes, it was.
Wow. It was about the time, more or less the same time as the Sinclair Spectrum here in Europe, I guess. It's something like that.
Wow, I feel so young compared to you guys. My first was just a gaming PC.
First game system I ever had was an N64.
First gaming system, like actual console, was still the NES, but that's because that was my dad's and he brought it home for us to play it.
I meant, like, what was your generation, CJ? You probably grew up for N64, right?
Yeah, and I grew up for like Well, I'd say more accurately, probably around that in PlayStation 1, but I didn't actually have one of those. My first actual system was probably the PlayStation 2. Like, I didn't get a PlayStation 1.
Oh my God,
PC
you're so
for a
young.
long time. Dude, I didn't even get a PlayStation 2 until I was like it was like 2009. I was a PC gamer forever.
Incredible.
Does he make you feel older, Enrique? He makes me feel old every time that we do a show.
Does. Yes, oh my God, yes.
I barely even touched my PlayStation 2 as well. Like, I played it a little bit for the WWE games because they weren't on PC, but other than that, I'd always play PC until I got an Xbox 360 in 2011. That's when I finally started console gaming.
Oh my God! I remember my dad before I was born. He had like a. It hasn't even. It doesn't have even an official name. I think it wasn't even released internationally. It was a little console made out of wood, and he only played like different versions of Pong. It was something like that. And it was called. Oh yeah, I remember now. It was called Teletennis. It was called here in Spain. It was probably something made out here in Spain, like capitalizing on the popularity of Pong or something like that. And you could play like hockey and football and yeah, something like that. But it was all Pong. It was all Pong, like different variations of Pong, maybe with 2 paddles or 2 balls, and that was hockey, for instance. We're like, oh my God. It was just crazy. It was just crazy.
The good old days when graphics didn't need to sell the game.
Exactly, yeah. It was all
I still don't feel like they have to. There's good graphic games that are shit out there.
There really are. Like everything Call of Duty.
Well, yeah. It's not only graphics,
Yes.
It's not only graphics, exactly, yeah. You have to put something extra there, not only graphics anymore.
No.
Although Forza Horizon 3 is great.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And it looks beautiful, so it works really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Enrique, what are you playing right now? Like, what kind of games are you into?
Please say Evolve.
Not really. Oh yeah, not really. No. Actually, well, I played pretty much everything. I just bought like a PS4 like literally a week ago, and because I didn't have the chance to play it yet, and I bought with it like Uncharted 4, Bloodborne, Titanfall 2. Lots of games that I want to actually start playing now. I'm late to the party actually, but I know. But yeah, and sometimes in the PC, I just have a go to like a fast games that you require like maybe 10 minutes of for a go, maybe like a Nuclear Throne or Loot Roses. Big fan of these guys. But yeah, that's what I'm playing at the moment.
Nice, sounds good.
Yeah, enjoying a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into Titanfall 2 as well. Have you touched it yet?
It's awesome. Yeah. I played through the single player campaign, and I'm a big shooter fan. I enjoy that a lot. Yeah, it's not your usual rehashed single player campaign made out of multiplayer levels at all. It's like they made something properly for the single player campaign, and it shows. Yeah, it's a very good game. Yeah, very fun.
I really need to play that game already, but I've been too busy with the game I've been mentioning the past 20 times.
Wow.
See, I've been too busy playing the game Rise and Shine, available this week on the Xbox One and on Steam.
Really? Oh wow!
Oh yeah, sure, Joe.
So do you own an Xbox One as well, since your game is on it?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Microsoft was kind enough to provide us with 2 Xboxes for development of the game. So yeah, I own one for a while, and I've been playing all the Years of War 4, which I'm a big fan. Playing it at the moment too. I didn't remember that one. So yeah, I own an Xbox One for sure. Yeah.
Oh man, I need to get through Gears of War 4. I really do.
I still need to get through Gears of War 3.
Oh wow!
I still haven't played that one, and I own it.
No, get your shit together, CJ.
No, I got bored halfway through it.
Right. No, I love the franchise. I even love the one that the Judgment. Yeah, that people didn't love. I really like that one. I thought it was good fun. So yeah.
I really loved Judgment. I enjoyed how it would switch it up as you played through with all the different challenges and missions that would pop up during the playthrough. I thought it was a really cool idea, and everyone's like, "Oh, Judgment's terrible."
No, it's not.
But I liked it.
Yeah, I do too, and even the story is good, man. I think it's the best story by far in the whole franchise. So yeah, I loved it. Yeah,
Wow.
It's
the only
good to hear
Gears
there's
I
another-
really got into was 2.
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a fantastic one. Yeah,
I'm just happy to hear there's another fan of Judgment out there. I'm not alone anymore.
you are not.
I
alone.
never
It's-
played it, so I
Yeah,
couldn't
it's
tell
the two of us, man. The two of us only in the whole world.
Nice. Hey, I'll take it as long as I'm not alone anymore.
Cool.
So how did you guys get partnered up with Adult Swim Games with Rise and Shine? How did that come about?
Yeah, that was fun. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, because they actually contacted us, which is it usually is the other way around. Yeah, we send a lot of emails to all the publishers in the world, and we cross everything crossable, and in hope that they actually answer. And but they didn't. It wasn't that way for us. With Adult Swim, yeah, they actually contacted us at the first time. We there's a forum out there, game development forum. It's called TickSource. And it's a pretty good one. Everybody's posting there, the works in progress about the game they're developing. Even, when Notch was making Minecraft at the time, he was posting all the updates in there in that forum. Yeah, so they got famous thanks to TickSource, and pretty much every indie developer that is making a game is making a post, in that forum. So we made a thread over there, and with lots of screenshots and little GIFs and animations and concept art. And this guy from Adult Swim contacted us pretty much the first week the thread was out, and they were interested in the game, and we were interested in them because they were one of the best publishers around. So yeah, everything else is history. Yeah. So yeah, it's a fantastic partnership. Very happy with them.
That's really cool. Yeah, a lot of times you don't hear that the publishers track the developers down. So that's really cool to hear.
Yeah, no, I think right now with games, it's happening like what happened with music maybe in the 70s or the 80s, that it was an explosion of new bands, and everybody was making music, and so I think all the music companies had to track the good stuff to the source, and what's the best source? At TickSource, yeah, this forum where everybody's posting their work in progress. But as soon as they start making the game, they start posting there. So you want to be first, and picking up all the best games that you think are going to be the hits of the future. You go there and just pick them out. I think it's a good idea. I think the first thing in the morning this guy from Adult Swim does is just go to TickSource and check all the games out and see what's new and what's people posting. Yeah,
that works.
yeah,
that's how you find new stuff.
Absolutely, you have to be fast nowadays, because there is lots of competition out there. There is Devolver, and there is Electronic Arts, and there is lots of little guys, or not so little, publishing indie games. So yeah, you have to be fast. You want to pick up all the future hits. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you're gonna be like that, but we are really thankful to Adult Swim to actually have supported us so far.
My cat has been attacking my microphone, so I apologize if I've been a little bit quiet for the past minute or so. I'm curious to hear how that's going to sound on the show.
I didn't hear anything.
My cat just gently gnawing at the cord, the mic cord. So
no, we haven't heard anything.
Nice.
So I wonder if
That
it'll
works.
be picked up.
Yeah, cats are silent even when nodding in the microphones. It's awesome.
Yeah, I have a lot of them, so I have a herd of cats
Wow.
right now.
Cool.
He's a crazy cat lady.
I am.
Right. So you're a cat person, yeah?
And since we mentioned Gears, one of my cats' name is Coltrane. So.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
And she does, in fact, run on whole grain because that's the kind of food they have.
All right. Does he swear a lot all the time, like swearing all the
I
time?
wish she did. That'd be hilarious if, like, you're petting your cat and she's just like, fuck you. What did you say? Suck my dick.
Cool.
What the? My friend showed me a video of like some lady talking to her dog, and she's just like, speak. And then for some reason, like when the dog goes to speak, someone spliced in an audio clip of, I think, Ice-T just going, fuck. Right when the dog barks, and it's like I had tears in my eyes from laughing at that thing. Now I want to find that video again.
Yeah, sure. Maybe send me the link, please.
I'll have to. I'll have to track it down and send it your way.
Yeah.
Oh man. So what led to you guys developing for PC and Xbox One? I know a lot of the people we talk to seem to focus on PlayStation anymore. So I was pleasantly surprised to see this coming to Xbox first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was because Microsoft just supported the title since day one. Yeah, they thought. I mean, they liked the game, I guess, and they took us to the E3 presentation, which was huge for us, and like 2 years ago, and then we appeared again on the E3 presentation last year with Microsoft. So it was incredible for us. They gave us the dev kits also, which is fantastic when you are penniless. And we're very thankful for that. Yeah, it's very important. And they've been supporting us on the Xbox Store, on their social networks, and it's all good. Yeah, I mean, I remember at the time we showed the game to Sony and Sony Spain, and to be honest, they didn't give it much attention, to be honest. So it was like, okay, I mean, we got Microsoft on one hand, which is supporting the title a lot, and we got Sony, which didn't care. So yeah, I mean, it all makes sense. Yeah,
I guess that's an easy way to decide on which platform you want to support when the platform owner supports you.
Exactly, just like that. I think Sony at the time was a bit overwhelmed with a lot of people and lots of developers making their games, especially for PS4 and all that, and they were a bit like overwhelmed. And I think they were starting not to care anymore. At first they cared when they were releasing or announcing the PS4. And they were giving away lots of kits, dev kits, and supporting people on events and all that. But at some point, I think they thought, okay, we got all the developers we want now. So yeah, we don't care anymore. And that's my experience, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't mean that they don't care anymore, because they probably do at the moment, for sure. But that was my impression at the time. Yeah, and Microsoft was totally the opposite. So yeah, we went with them. That's our story.
Wow, so you had the Sunset Overdrive story. PlayStation didn't care, so you went with Xbox.
Yeah, maybe something like that, I guess, yeah.
How do you see things on the the Xbox and PlayStation store in regards to releases? Because from my stance, I don't know how heavily populated the stores are over in Europe, but it seems every week there's just way too many games releasing on PlayStation, where there seems to be like just enough or maybe just a little too many on Xbox, and it seems like it's so much easier to get lost in the shuffle with PlayStation.
Right. Yeah, I think I totally agree with that. This is probably what Sony is reaping at the moment. Because I told you before, there was a time when they took care of developers, and I'm sure they do now too. Yeah, but it was so much. I mean, they were pretty much giving away all the dev kits and supporting the new releases, supporting the new developments for the console. And right now, these are the games, they supported at the time. And there's a lot of developers making games for PS4 because, that's the biggest user base. I think it's as simple as that. We developers are simple as that, we just go where more people is, where there's more people for us to be able to play our games. So, yeah, I think it's just that. It's as simple as that. And on Xbox, maybe there's not so many people, but to be honest here, I think they sell quite well on Xbox One compared to PS4. It depends on the title, all the time. So we will see. We release this Friday, so we will talk again about about numbers if you want next time. But yeah, we still don't know how it works really. So we'll see.
How's the early buzz been? Because it seems everyone I've talked to, based on what they can say, I know that there's some strict embargoes out with a lot of games anymore. You're only allowed to show so much of the game before you got to stop. All the word so far has been very positive. Is that something that you're seeing on your side? Have you heard any early previews or early buzz about the game?
I got some early, very early buzz about the game in my private messages on Twitter or something like that. But nobody's telling me, oh yeah, we gave it something out of 10. We haven't heard anything like that yet, sadly, because oh my God, I'm so nervous. I cannot sleep I cannot sleep anymore. And just, to be honest, it's been 3 years of really hard work, and I still don't know if my game is good or not, to be honest. Don't know what to think anymore. But yeah, all the words we're getting from journalists and streamers are very positive, yeah. So not complaining about that. Very positive so far. And also, I can tell you that I'm comparing all the. I sent out a lot of Steam keys and a lot of, not so many of Xbox One codes because I'm not the one in charge for that. But yeah, I sent in like a lot of Steam keys, and compared to our mobile games, it's another league. It's a different league altogether. It's so many keys I sent, and so many journalists and streamers playing our game right now that I cannot even imagine. It's big, but of course that doesn't mean that our game is going to sell at all, because maybe when the game comes out on Friday, maybe we will sell 5 copies, including my mom's. So I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore, man. Not sure.
Well, I certainly would hope 5. Yeah, I would certainly hope that your mom buys the game. That would be nice.
I hope so, and my grandmother too. Yeah, that's probably that's 2 copies right there.
I'll tell my mom to buy it
siblings.
Too.
Awesome. Say thank you for my part.
Well, unfortunately, we don't do numbered scores on the show, so we can't give you anything out of 10.
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you a 15 out of 10. That's.
Oh wow!
If that helps.
I'll take that.
Yeah, our review scale on our show is buy it, try it, and deny it. And I got to be honest, I'm giving this one a buy it when we do our full on review of it, because I really am loving the game, and I really hope that it does well for you guys.
Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate that, because, being a creator and, putting so much work and for so much time into your game, you don't have a criteria anymore. You don't even know if your game is good or not anymore. I tell you that. It just happens. So I don't know what to think. Maybe there will be some people that will love it. Maybe some people will not. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to Friday and see what people think about work, really hard work right there. But right now, I just cannot sleep. I tell you that. It's just like that for me.
Just drink a lot right now.
That's
get
a
blackout
really,
drunk,
really advice, man.
And then you'll sleep.
I'll do that. That's good advice right there. For sure. I'll drink a lot.
Yeah, I honestly think it'll do pretty well on Xbox just because it stands out a bit more. I kind of like in PlayStation Network closer to Steam anymore, where there's a lot of great stuff on it, but it just gets buried because of how much stuff is there.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I've seen the cases recently of really good games with really good reviews, and all, but and a really good marketing campaign and all that, but and they don't sell at all. You were like, oh my God, why that game didn't sell? And now I'm scared, because you see some games, I don't want to say any titles, but yeah, it's like, oh wow, they really spend like millions on that game and they're not selling at all. And it's surprising. It's really, really scary right there.
Did you read the post-mortem from Delve Interactive on their game Poncho?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
They just released a post-mortem, I think yesterday or the day before, talking about how the game, how they worked on it for Steam. It's been in the works for 5 years, and like they still haven't made any money on it because of like the publisher advance and just sales in general. And
right.
That was a game that we covered on this show. The guys from Delve came on and talked to us, and it's such a bummer to see these fantastic games that just don't get any footing, either because of like when I think they released in like November, which was probably the worst thing they could have done. But
yeah, that didn't help for sure. Yeah.
But it just like, that's another one that's on PlayStation and on Wii U. It never made it to Xbox. And I wouldn't be surprised if it sold better on Wii U, because it could stand out more there instead of being hidden for the most part on PlayStation.
Yeah, probably. I think right now there is not a good date anymore for release. I can tell you that. There is not a good date. I mean, you can pick every day you want, but there is always something really good and really great coming out. And it happened to us too. We had an original release date for September. And then Microsoft told us, okay, this is not a good day for you guys, so you should wait for January. They advised us to take the January release date, and we actually said, okay, we thought it was a better idea just for so we spent all these months just polishing up the game even more and cleaning it up from any pesky bugs or anything like that. So it was good for the game, and I hope it was good for release too. Yeah, we will see about that. But right now there is not a good release date anymore. I can tell you.
I mean, your best bet's probably early summer.
Yeah, it's probably even in the middle of the summer, as Rocket League did like a couple of years back. Yeah.
July. That's a good.
Yeah, because there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing there, so you put your game out. But I think even summer is busy right now. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, it's busy all the time. So you try to find a new place to release your game. And then that place January, February used to be the prime time to do it because everything released in September, November.
Yeah, exactly.
But right now everything's getting bumped to January and February because so much stuff releases in the fall. And it seems like a lose-lose situation no matter where you go.
Yeah, exactly. And also there is all these, big sales on Steam and Xbox and PSN, and probably people will come to January with all the libraries, like a lot of games they haven't even started yet. And I don't know, man. It's just scary for us. I can tell you that. It's just scary, I guess. Yeah.
So what is the price of your game? I usually have all this stuff in my notes, but I don't think I've seen a price for Rise and Shine yet.
Yeah, I think it's $14.99 on Xbox One, and for Steam we got a special launch price of $12.99. So yeah, there you go. That's the price.
Nice. I was actually, part of me was expecting it to be $19.99. So $15 is that just makes it that much better in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, we understand. It's not. I'm going to be honest here. Yeah, maybe it's not so good for me, but I really like to be honest all the time. It's not a huge game. Yeah, it's not a long game. It's a short one. It will take you maybe between 3 to 4, 5 hours, depending on your skill. Yeah, probably 3.5 to 4 hours. So it's not a big game, but it's a really intense one and really polished one. I mean, every centimeter of that game is really taken care of. We put a lot of care into every level, into every mechanic, into every situation there. So I hope people don't think, okay, oh yeah, this is shit because it won't last me like 20 or 30 hours. Yeah. No, it's not a game like that. It's a short one, but it's a very intense game. So I hope people appreciate that.
See, I would rather have a shorter game that feels great the entire time and might leave me wanting a little bit more, as opposed to something that overstays its welcome and just pads it out with, shit you don't care about.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. As a player, I mean, probably you are, I don't know, you guys are married or have kids or have family or, a social life, even like that, you don't have a lot of time to play games anymore, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Or you're studying or, it's just, or your job. So I really appreciate sometimes having, a really intense, nice, polished game. It's not a very long one, like 4, 5 hours, 3 hours, that's my sweet spot,
I totally understand.
I don't have any of those things you just listed, including a social life.
I do have a wife and 8 cats.
Oh my
Those
God.
are basically children, so
They're basically kids.
Yeah, absolutely. But you probably remember, Inside or Limbo. These guys play that. I'm a really big fan of these guys, and they make this kind of games. They make 4 3-hour games long. And they're really super polished games that super intense, and you enjoy every minute of it. I wouldn't take Inside, for instance, and have it like taking like 20 hours to finish. It wouldn't be the same game.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys agree with me, but.
No, totally
I've
agree.
heard a lot of good things about Inside, but I haven't had the chance to play it myself yet.
I mean, Inside has won so many awards this year, and I think if they doubled the length of that game, it wouldn't have been as impactful.
Exactly. So totally like that. Yeah. You should play that one, man. It's fantastic. You know, these guys play that. They are my role models. I mean, when I grow up, I want to make games like them. Like them. You know, yeah. When I grow up, for sure.
I don't want to grow up. I never want to grow up.
Well, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. But yeah, these guys make fantastic games. Yeah. Inside is for me is my favorite game in years. Yeah, it's awesome. It's fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So it's good to hear that that's what you're striving to become.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a big fan. You know, I don't know if you guys remember a game. It's pretty old, yeah. But they keep releasing it again and again on new platforms because I think it never gets old. You know, it's called Another World. You know about that one?
Another World?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very similar game as to Rise and Shine. Maybe ours is more arcadey, has more shooter parts. It's more like a more. But this game is the kind of game I want to make. Yeah, you know, with like a little story that you are discovering while you walk around, and you know, have little puzzles and little situations and some arcade shootings and little platforming also there. So yeah, it's this kind of games I want to make. You know, like Inside, Another World. Is this kind of games, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, they're great games. So aiming to become just like those is probably the best direction to aim for.
Absolutely, yeah. There's really polished experiences, and that's why we aim all the time, you know.
Could you imagine if someone was like, hey, you know that game Horse Racing 2016? That's what I'm aiming to become.
Well, then they would have a straight A success on their hands.
Absolutely.
They just need to make a 2017 version. I'm
do.
sure it'll be better.
Yep.
So I gotta know, where did the company name come from? Because Super Awesome Hyper Dimensional Mega Team is such an incredible company name. How did you guys come up with that?
Yeah, it's a nightmare to sign contracts and legal papers, man. I tell you that there is never enough space for us. Yeah, I don't know. We just wanted to stand out. It's just as simple as that, you know. We didn't want to be called like whatever team or whatever studio. We just wanted people to remember us, even if they don't remember our name exactly, like word by word. That we don't care. It's just about, oh yeah, these are the guys from the longest name ever. That's enough for us. They remember us, and that's fine. Just standing out. That's what we wanted.
Have you guys considered adding another word with every game you release?
That's a fantastic plan. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, why not?
Like I just like to imagine your very first game was Mega Team, and then it was Super Mega Team, and then Super Awesome Mega Team, and then Super Awesome Hyper Mega Team. And I'm just waiting for, like, you know, a couple years from now, you're back on the show and it's like Super Awesome Hyper Dimensional Mega Team HD Remix EX Plus Alpha.
Oh my God, going the Dead Rising route.
2K18.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I actually, you know, if Rise and Shine is successful enough, I think we will have all the rights in the world to actually add another world into our name. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, absolutely.
And you are welcome to use that idea. I bestow that upon you.
I will. Yeah.
Just every release just gets another name added to another word added to your company name.
Yeah, we'll do that. I think I'll tweet about that tomorrow for sure. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea.
The goal is to get to the point where your company name is longer than Twitter can allow you.
Oh yeah, I think it is almost there. Yeah, almost there already. Oh my God, reaching the point now.
So I'm curious. I've looked through your game history. I see your game Super Magical and Pro Zombie Soccer. Is there any chance that those two games might get, you know, a console version with extra content or souped up version, souped up visuals, stuff like that? Because Pro Zombie Soccer in particular looks insane.
It is insane. It was our first game as a team, and it's a very punk game. We made pretty much everything we wanted with that game. It was, oh my god, it was kind of a little bizarre, super punk. It was just, it's a very different game to release on the App Store, and it was a success, man. It was number one in a lot of countries. It was a game of the year one of the game of the years for the App Store, game of the week also, and that's the game. I mean, we love that game. It was the one that actually made us to dedicate us full time to our team. We left our 9-to-5 jobs thanks to that game. So yeah, we're really happy that we made that one. But maybe in the future we release like a compilation of of all games. But for instance, Super Magical, that's a more console-oriented game, and it's actually being released on PS Vita, sorry, on January 17. So January is going to be a really busy month for us, to be honest.
Oh, really? That's coming to the Vita.
Yeah, it's coming to the Vita. Yeah, for sure. It's very suited to the Vita. So we wanted that to happen. It's been a while because the port is being made by external studio, not by us personally, and it's taking a while. And we are really relieved that it's coming out in a couple of weeks too. So it's fantastic news for us. For Zombie Soccer, it's a game that's very oriented for like a mobile platform. So I don't see it on consoles or PC actually. But Super Magical, totally, yeah. It's a very nice little game. It's a very long game. It's 20 hours long, 3 different maps to explore, and different items and warlocks to use. It's a very cool game, very suited for console. The Vita is a very fantastic fit.
I'm definitely going to have to look more into that game since it's coming to the Vita. Yeah, I didn't know that was coming to Vita, so I'm more excited now.
Yeah, we knew like 2 days ago, literally. So it was like a surprise for us. Oh yeah, it's coming out now? Awesome. So we have pretty busy January, to be honest. It's very fantastic. I hope.
I'll have to get a contact email from you for who I could get in touch with for that one.
Sure, yeah, just send me an email, no problem. Yeah, I'll hook you up with a beta version if you want. No worries.
Sounds good. Yeah, that one looks like a lot of fun too. So
It is. It's one of those games that it was a second project as a team, and we were like far more ambitious than with Zombie Soccer, yeah. But still, we got a publisher at the time, a Japanese publisher, that put the money to make the game, and they really wanted us to make like a super casual game, yeah. At the time, like Candy Crush was starting to be a hit, and they told us, I want you guys to make something similar to Candy Crush, like very casual. And we said, sure. And we made a super hardcore game instead. To be honest, it was super hardcore. It's not casual at all. And they were pretty pissed with us, very, very angry with us. But still, the game was a game of the year among the 30 best of the games of the year for the App Store. The Apple selected us for that, and it was game of the week. So we were really happy and very proud of that fact that the 2 games of ours were like hits on the App Store. And I'm sure you guys will enjoy Super Magical on the Vita for sure. It's a very nice little game.
Any chance, I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume it's a no, but any chance we could see either of these games make the jump to the Windows Phone?
Oh wow! Not at this point. I'm not sure. Yeah, no way. Maybe I'm not saying no yet, but because we are porting Super Magical to Unity, and with that in Unity, you can pretty much have it on any platform you want. Yeah. So never say no. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I'm one of those weird Windows Phone owners out there. So.
Oh, you're the one with the Windows Phone. All right.
The one guy in the world.
There's dozens of us. I swear, there's dozens of us.
Yeah. You say the same with Gears of War Judgment. Yeah, there's you and me, and that's probably it. Yeah, but
hey, one of our old co-hosts used to have a Windows Phone too. So.
Oh wow.
There's a couple of us out there. We exist.
Yeah. Incredible. No, I've been told they are good. They are good phones, yeah. But it's only you, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, I enjoy them. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And you get new games every so often.
True.
Some with achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you got Halo on that one, yeah? You got Halo something, like
Spartan
top-down
Assault.
shooter, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's fun. Hey, we have a handful of like legitimate games on it. Like we have Final Fantasy 3 on there. I know it's not like iOS where they have Final Fantasy like 1, 2, 12, 48, 73. But we have Final Fantasy 3. We've got one of those. We have Dungeon Hunter 5. That's a game with achievements.
All right.
Yeah, we have like a Rayman game.
Yeah. No, there was a point. Yeah, there was a point where when Microsoft was really pushing for the platform, and they got like some little exclusives over there, like this Halo game and stuff. Yeah, so yeah.
I think their issue with the Windows Phone is they had too many restrictions in place on like how you needed to go about getting achievements in the game, and limitations on what you could do and how you had to do it, and it scared everyone away.
Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, I don't remember actually. What made us not porting our games to the Windows platform, but the Windows Phone. Sorry, but I think it was something like that. I think our programmers took a look to all the requirements for the platform, and they said, "Okay, no, this a no. Sorry." We're like, "All right, shame."
I will say, absolute proof that Microsoft fucked up with the Windows Phone is that Minecraft does not have achievements on Windows Phone.
Really? It has it on iOS and Android, though.
Yes.
That's so weird.
Yes, it does. But it doesn't have achievements on Windows.
Maybe it'll get added later. It's not ready yet.
That is
really weird.
That is how bad they fucked up.
That is a really odd concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't know that. Oh my god.
Yeah, blows my mind. Friggin' Minecraft doesn't have achievements.
Yeah. So I assume you guys are like really hardcore achievement hunters, or
I am.
not?
CJ's big time achievement hunter. I enjoy having them, but I'm not the guy who like I don't need to spend a week straight playing one single game to get all the achievements, but I do like getting them.
You know that I did that in Mass Effect, 20-hour playthroughs in 1 week.
Yeah, you have problems.
So that was like months ago. I haven't played games that hardcore in a while. Although I'm enjoying Forza Horizon 3, brought to you by Microsoft. It's really
I enjoy getting achievements.
No, that's cool. To be honest, in Russian Shine, sorry, there's like a shameless plug again. Sorry, but achievements in Russian Shine.
To talk about here on this.
Yeah,
I can't believe you would talk about the game that you're on our show to talk about. That's how dare you.
Okay, so I want to apologize then. But it was kind of a shameless plug. The achievements on Sunshine Shine are pretty. We really took a lot of care on the achievements in the game. You won't see something like 10 points for starting the game, or 10 points for you complete level 1. No, you won't see stuff like that in our game. They will be like very tricky ones and really polished ones. Like you have to do a couple of things and to be able to get the achievement. So you'll see, achievement hunters in our game will have a lot of fun. I can tell you that.
I know the achievements aren't live as of when we're talking right now on Tuesday. What kind of achievements are in the game? Because from what I've played through, I honestly didn't think they were active at all yet since nothing popped for me, but then one of them did. And it was when I shot an enemy's ghost.
Yeah, I got the same achievement on Steam. I could actually see the achievement list. Not fun.
Right. Yeah, that's when you shoot like a specific number of the enemy's ghosts. Yeah, but for instance, it's not official. The complete list is not official yet. But there's, for instance, you will find some puzzles that you can solve in different ways. Yeah, so the most obvious one, you won't get an achievement, but you do it without maybe destroying this or leaving untouched this or that. You will get the achievement. So you have to think a little bit about that, and to be able to get those.
You also got to beat the game on Iron Man mode.
Oh God, fuck that!
Oh wow! If you do that, please let me know, because man, you will be a really hardcore player. We haven't achieved that yet, so I can tell you that.
Well,
you got to beat the Chapter 1 boss without taking any damage.
One of our listeners, Jake's, if for some reason we can secure a giveaway code for Rise and Shine on the Xbox, he takes some kind of sick sadistic pleasure in beating really, really difficult games really quickly. Like, he's won a handful of games from us that are just ridiculously tough completions, like Gun World and Gear Gauntlet, and he made them look easy. So I think if we could secure an Xbox code to give to Jakes, he might be able to beat it in Iron Man mode.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, he will have a really, really fun time with that with that achievement, for sure. Yeah. As usual, just write an email to Evolve, and they probably will send you one, because we don't have any. We don't have any more. I'm sorry, but I will give it to him if I have.
I will have to hit up Evolve and see if they have one spare code and be like, hey, listen, we just talked to Enrique from Super Awesome Hyper Dimensional Mega Team 2000 HD Remix. And he said to hit you up for a giveaway code so that we could see if one of our listeners can complete the game before anyone else.
Yeah, I would love to see that, man.
He's ridiculous. Like, he would win a game and the next day tweet out an image of his like true achievements profile that's like first in the world to beat it. Like, are you kidding me? Completion time like 15 hours. What the hell?
Incredible. Yeah.
So yeah, there's some crazy good gamers out there.
For sure, yeah. That's why you wanted to. Yeah.
Now I want to see this happen.
Sure. No, that's why we wanted to really take care of all the achievements in the game and just have it a little bit difficult as usual, more difficult than usual, because to be honest here, I'm not an achievement hunter. I just care about finishing the game properly and that's it. But I don't really care about all the achievements and all, to be honest. But I know how important it is for some players, and we really took care of them. So nice. I hope you guys appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes.
CJ, do you appreciate them?
I mean, I would, but I was playing it on Steam where I don't care about achievements. But it's nice to hear that you did that. I care about achievements on Xbox because that's where it actually adds to your gamer score. It's like, who cares about Steam achievements? It does nothing.
Right.
It does absolutely nothing.
To be fair, gamer score does nothing either. It's just a number. No,
but at least it's a number that it continually adds up as you get more. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to just see that overall number.
Oh, man. Well, Enrique, I know we're creeping up on an hour here. I'm not sure if there's anything else you wanted to talk about. I feel bad that you're hogging up your friend's Wi-Fi the whole time.
Yeah, no worries. It's not a problem.
Is there anything else that you wanted to discuss about the game, or anything that you wanted to mention about things?
Well, just wanted to tell that, please, everybody, just look forward for the release this Friday of Rise and Shine on Xbox and PC. With a lot of work, it's been 3 years, so really hard work. We put a lot of care into our game. It's a tricky one. It's not an easy one. You probably have a lot of fun. It's not your usual run and gun, not your usual indie platformer. It's a totally different experience. It's a fresh one, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Please, looking forward to that. Because we want to make more games.
And I want to see you make more games. Because
yeah, we want to make more games, man.
Looking at this game, looking at Super Magical, looking at Zombie Soccer, like the visuals in all of them are just beautiful. I want to see you guys make more and more and more games because they are gorgeous.
Yeah. Thank you. We hope we can make a lot more. Thank you.
Yes, send
to you guys.
Send all of our compliments to the artists that you have on staff over there, because holy shit, your games look good.
Oh, well, thanks. We are only two artists. It's me, my girlfriend and me. So yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, it blows my mind that only 4 people made this game. It is so beautiful and it's really well polished as well.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of little. I'm not gonna say it was a big budget game because it wasn't a big budget at all. we actually we made really good use of that budget, man. But yeah, it was a lot of work. Sometimes the game looks like it belongs into another league of lots of polish everywhere, and the secret to make that happen, it was a lot of work. It's just as simple as that. Yeah. So I hope people and players out there just appreciate it.
Nice. CJ, do you have any questions? Anything that you want to ask before we wrap things up?
No, I just want to let them know that it's impossible to actually hit anything with those bullets. I can't beat the boss, so I got frustrated and quit.
Get better, CJ.
You'll get it, man. You'll get it for sure.
Get good.
I'm sure.
I beat the boss, so if you can't beat it,
if he can do it well. You might actually be better at retro games.
Probably.
I think I got the first-person shooter hand, but I think you can handle those.
CJ's like, I didn't live through retro games. I don't know what a metal slug is. Is that an insect?
Is it allergic to salt?
Yes, it's allergic to the salt in your tears as it keeps killing you.
Well, then eventually you'll die too.
Oh, man.
Oh, Enrique, it has been fantastic talking with you. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about Rise and Shine. I can't wait for the game to release. I hope all of our listeners pick it up. It is a fantastic game, a fantastic experience, and I'm so glad you came on to chat with us.
Thank you very much, you guys, for the chance. Yeah, a pleasure.
Do you have any final words to end our show?
Please buy Rise and Shine now. Thank you.